In the chat, Hobbit, a Hobbit Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Hobbit Employee Pricing Plus sales event?
We're going all in on Ram this month with not just employee pricing, but huge emphasis on the plus. You can only get at Hobbit. Right now, save up to $16,000 off MSRP on new 2025 Ram 1500 crew cabs.
What about those hard-to-find Ram heavy duties?
If you're looking for something bigger, save up to $13,500 off MSRP on the hard-to-find brand new 2025 heavy-duty Ram 2500s and 3500s, with 500 new Rams available.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobbitDodge.com. Nobody beats Hobbit. Period. $16,000 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn after $6,500 factory rebates and $9,500 dealer discounts. Rebates may include $2,500 SFS bonus cash. Must finance with Stellantis. $1,000 trade-in assist with eligible trade-in. $500 on the job upfit. Must show eligible upfit. $13,500 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 2500 Limited after $4,000 factory rebates and $9,500 dealer discounts. Rebates may include $2,500 select inventory bonus cash and $500 on the job upfit. Must show eligible upfit. At least 5 at each net savings. Employee pricing included in dealer discounts. See dealer for details.
There was always a crowd gathered around our dining table when I was growing up. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Everyone was welcome at my mother's table, so holidays, birthdays, and celebrations always included family and friends. I used to think I was the most popular kid in the neighborhood until I realized that my friends were really there for my mother's incredible cooking. Years later, when I bought my own dining table from Naturewood, I made sure it was large enough to make friends feel welcome. And right now, during Naturewood Home Furnishings Dine in Style sale, you have an opportunity to find the perfect dining room furniture to help you create your own treasured memories. Choose from casual to formal or anything in between. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings during the Dine in Style sale off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Giant Summer Sale is here. Get giant savings on our giant selection only at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save during the Honda Summer Event and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. See all our specials at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda. Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop. KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140.
Feeding your passion for local sports in the afternoon. It's the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Draper on your radio at 1140 a.m.
Streaming audio at SacktownSports.com and the Sacktown Sports app.
You can also watch the show on YouTube at Sacktown Sports 1140. Here are the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Draper.
Cut the music, Kyle. Cut the damn music. You can't play the Drive Guys intro when it's only one Drive Guy here, big fella. Kyle Draper here. No Kevin Gleason. He on vacation. I know he's listening in. He says he doesn't listen in, but I know he listens in on vacation. Our boy Jay Johnson running a little late. So, Kyle, is this overtime for you, big fella? You get a little extra bonus pay with this?
Nope. I'm on the clock till 3 every day anyways. So we call this multitasking, Drapes.
So literally Jay could take another 58 minutes or so, not come in, and you wouldn't get paid no more money.
No one would ever know the difference, Drapes.
Jose wouldn't know?
Well, he's gone now.
I don't want to get you in trouble, man. It's the Drive Guys here on Sacktown Sports 1140. So much to get into today. The Kings with a flurry of news, I guess, this afternoon, Kyle. I know you and Alan touched on it. The preseason schedule is out. Doug McDermott back at least for another season. How long did y'all spend on that one?
Longer than we maybe should have, although right off the bat, this happened live while we were on the show, and I did the breaking news, the whole bells and whistles. We have our little Doug sounder.
Okay.
And Alan was like, "Come on, we didn't have to do all that." I'm like, we've been talking about Ben Simmons's and Russell Westbrook's. This is an actual transaction. The Kings made a move.
And it's July 21st. What do we expect? I mean, it'd be different if this was July 1st, first day of free agency, June 30th or something like that. But in the dog days of summer, Doug McDermott's re-signing for a one-year, $3.6 million deal, according to Shams. That's big news because we were talking, me and Whitey, last week about who's the backup three. You know, we don't have any three depth. And I don't know how many minutes Doug will get, but this is significant because, all right, we see what Scott Perry is thinking. Another veteran on this team, and what it signals to me, and we'll get into it with Jay and, of course, everybody out there, 916-339-1140. But what it seems to me is that Scott Perry, I don't want to say he's okay with slow playing this, Kyle, but he's being super patient with this. Like, he's not rushing out there signing a 4-year 120 with somebody or anything like that. You're still flexible in next off season. He's sort of being patient, building this house, building this mansion, building this championship team over time, and not trying to do what Phoenix did with Durant and Brad Beal, and we saw how that worked out. So everybody will say, oh, great, another 30-something-year-old person on our roster. This is just a bridge, a short-term move. When the market ideally is better next year, the draft is going to be huge as well. And so I like the signing of Doug McDermott. I thought we didn't get to see enough of Doug, to be honest with you. I would have liked him to see a little bit more minutes. It was just like he was one of those, fire extinguishers, break glass in the case of emergency last year. He never really got into the rotation. But I'm okay with this signing, Kyle, because here's the thing. Honestly, and I hear the names out there, the Ben Simmonses of the world, the Chris Pauls, and we'll talk about Chris Paul going back to the Clippers coming up a little later on. Brad Beal, Russell Westbrook, Marcus Smart, all that. In terms of Doug McDermott coming here, he does not move the needle. But that might be okay for Sacramento. Meaning, you bring in a Russell Westbrook, and that still may happen. I don't know. I think you got to make some other roster moves, obviously. But that has the potential to backfire. That has the potential to have a negative impact on a Devin Carter, on a Nick Clifford. Same thing with Ben Simmons, mind you. That has the potential to have a negative impact on the locker room. Doug McDermott, he ain't going to win your championships. He ain't going to be the difference between 60 wins and 40 wins or anything like that. But he's a solid veteran that comes to work every day, plays his role, and has a skill set where the Kings desperately need, Kyle.
Well, and especially given this is essentially a minimum contract, so you bring him in the same role as last year and say he doesn't get minutes every night, which was the case last year. I think he only played in 42 games. If he's playing every other game, great. It's still a minimum contract. It's a roster spot. We were talking on the show that because they have all 15 roster spots now, we don't know what this means for Terrence Davis's future because his contract is not guaranteed.
Is it 15 on the roster now? I was going to look at the numbers.
It's 15 now, including Terrence Davis and Isaac Jones, both of whom their contracts are not guaranteed.
Okay.
So, if tomorrow Russell Westbrook said, you know what, I will come to Sacramento, then they could make it work. But right now they're at 15. That doesn't mean they'll be at 15 come training camp.
Yeah, and honestly, just my sense of things, I think they'll go with 14. Because that way you have some roster flexibility, whether it be on the buyout market, trades, whatever it may be. I'd be shocked if they go in with 15. And with McDermott, with TD, Isaac's going to be here. We all know that, right? We'll talk about Isaac Jones coming up in a minute. He's going to be here. But with those other guys I just mentioned, they're short money. So it's not like you can't buy them out, release them, or whatever. And so the Doug McDermott signing, and I see you out there on the text line, 916, no matter what Scott Perry does, you guys are raving about it. If he was signing people fast, you'd say, look how quick he is. Ain't nobody saying that. I'm saying it's solid. I'm not going to the airport myself to pick up Doug McDermott. I'm not running out extending season ticket packages because of Doug McDermott, but it's a solid move. You know what I mean? It doesn't move the needle, but like I said before, you bring in a Russell Westbrook. Sure, you may win some headlines. You may sell some extra papers for Jason Anderson and the Sacramento Bee. But are you winning games? Is that helping your team? Same thing with Ben Simmons. And I know Carmichael Dave shot it down. Rightfully so. I don't think that'll happen. Those guys, and Kevin Whitey Gleason pointed it out last week, those guys come with so much baggage. Here in Sacramento right now, Kings and Kings fans, we need stability. I'm sorry. I know the state fair is going on, but I don't need to be on a roller coaster ride. Can I just see what the squad can do? The Zachs, the DeMars, the Schroeders, the Keegans. I can name the names. Why we always got to go swinging for the fences and try to hit a grand slam or a home run while we striking out? It's okay to bunt and move the runner over. It's okay to slap a single to right. I feel like the fan base right now wants fireworks, not the sparklers. They want the big showstoppers. But the showstopper might not be right now, right there right now. The perfect showstopper, Kings fans. And so when you say on the text line, Drive Guys, a.k.a. 4-Hour Kings infomercial, on today's show, we tell you how Isaac Jones and Doug McDermott will take the Kings to the promised land. Why are you going to text in? If you got smoke like that, call us up. 916-339-1140. Don't hide behind an anonymous text. Hate that. Doing it on text and on social media. Our phone lines are always open. 916-339-1140. Jay, I came in here looking to be positive, happy. It's a Monday, not too hot outside. Your boy played golf this weekend, was at Golden One Center last night, saw the Descendants and Zombies cast on their concert with my daughter and her friends. But no, I come in the text line already criticizing us for waving pom-poms. They got me pissed off. All right, you good, Jay? Where you been at, man? Where you been? Nah, man, I came in. I was listening to my playlist on my Good Vibes playlist and everything. How you doing, man? You good?
Man, I'm doing great, man. It's it's tough to come back in after a couple of days off, and I figured I might well take an extra 5 minutes to set myself right. No, I actually got caught in traffic, man. So stay safe out there. It's real on Garden Highway. Got some fire engines and everything going on down there. Couldn't tell what they were doing down.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, hopefully everybody is safe down in the park area. But yeah, man, I hear what you're saying. It was a great week. Mm-hmm. Then it turned into a great weekend. Mm-hmm. And now you come in and you got to deal with the Doug McDermott naysayers. That's what's happening already.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to start with that.
Okay.
Because there's so much other stuff. We got Summer League we got to talk about. We got the preseason schedule. I'm going to run that down.
I don't want to talk about Summer League. I don't even want to
Did you
talk
really
about
go
it.
for it?
Yes, bro.
You did?
I did, man.
Dog, you texted me and Whitey. What was it? What did you text?
Just say 80 to 1.
80 to 1.
80 to 1, man.
Do I need to know how much you put down?
No. We're good.
All right, tell me off air.
I tell you off air. Yeah, just say it would have been. I would have called in and took a vacation.
Now hold on. Were you watching the game live last night?
No, because this is the thing. I'm a baseball guy, right? So I am. I get a little bit of stereotypical baseball guy, where it's like I'm superstitious here and there, quite a bit quite a few things.
Yeah.
So I hadn't really watched. I've watched a few of the summer league games, but the last the last 3. So Wednesday when you were there,
yeah,
and then that would have been what, Friday semifinals.
No, Saturday.
Saturday. So I didn't watch Saturday, yesterday, and I barely watched a little bit of Wednesday, 12:30 game, right? So I'm like, oh yeah, they won, they're doing their thing. I ain't watching nothing. I ain't looking at anything.
Right, you're gonna keep it like it is.
And you know how it goes. Couple people text me like, oh, summer league, man, these dudes are getting smoked. I'm like, oh, here we go. So I'm gonna stay away from it. Got a lot of things going on, so I'm gonna stay away from it. Halftime come around, I'm getting folks texting me scores. Now they don't know, but they just, it's just fans, people that confidants, friends, families, people that's tapping in about them winning summer league championship. So I'm getting updates, and I'm like, oh, this is terrible. Then I start getting a few positive ones.
Yeah, the boys made a run.
Okay,
got back in it.
They doing their thing.
Yes.
I'm on board. Scared man don't win. Man, I literally the 78-77 free throw.
When we didn't get the rebound.
It was that.
Did you watch that? Were you like, did you turn it on
I
at
tuned
that
on
point?
about 8 minutes left, 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And they were right there close.
Yep.
I just need a run. Somebody give me go crazy. Somebody give me a run. Devin Carter, somebody give me a good run. And that free throw was missed. And I said, yeah, that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. Because you don't normally win games when you have guys slipping on free throw rebounds.
Right.
That's normally the telltale sign. Yeah, this ain't going well. Yeah. So I left it at that. So I'm gonna let you talk summer league because you were there.
Yeah.
You had your eyes on it.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to talk summer league today? 916-339-1140. What they saw, Nick Clifford, Max. A lot of positive feedback. I'm looking around the NBA circles. We'll grab some folks this week about, top flight rookies, Drapes. A lot of people loving what Nick Clifford gave throughout the summer league. And on top of that, a lot of positive feedback on Isaac Jones and, of course, Isaiah Stevens. And on top of that, Max Raynaud. So
Yeah, tons to get to with that. And I'll give my takeaway from what I saw last night.
That's fine.
So I'm at Golden One Center, right?
Now, what'd you go see?
It's the Descendants
Okay.
and Zombies, like, live concert.
Okay.
So the cast from the movies,
right?
They're singing their songs live.
Okay. Musical.
Yes,
sir.
Yeah, music. So I took my daughter and her 2 friends. And I'll get into that in a little bit because I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, here we go.
No. You ain't going to say it. No, you would say it. But I'm a good-ass dad, bro.
Of course.
Your boy, when you hang out with Drapes, when little mama hang out with Drapes, little 13-year-old Quinn, it's a movie. It's an event. I'll get into that coming up a little bit. Okay, no, because
I hear a few things coming, but that's all right. That's all right. We got plenty of real estate.
We got plenty of time because you're a girl dad, and I want to hear how you would handle this last night. I'll tell you about that. But I'm at the concert, and I only know like 2 songs.
Of course,
I only know like 2. So going in, I told my daughter, I'm like, "Hey, honey, you and your girlfriends, y'all on your own with this one.
I hear you.
Like." Y'all wild out.
Yeah.
Do whatever you got to do.
Let's go.
Dad just going to be sitting here chilling.
That's right.
So I have my little iPhone 13 right here.
Brand new one, baby.
Yeah, don't get me started on the phone situation. I'm still, man, that phone ruined my whole week in Vegas.
I know, man.
Ruined my whole week. So I'm watching it on my phone, and we getting our butts kicked. I'm like, damn. Time is caught up. 6 games in 10 days is finally caught up to us. But then we make the comeback. We closed to within what? 4, I think it was at half, 4 or 5, something like that at half. Because we were down 34-18.
Yeah, we getting
at one
smoked.
point. We were getting our butts kicked. I got the box score right here. So we make a comeback and we down what? 78-77 it was?
78-77.
The free throw is missed. And it felt like, well, who was it? Plowden that fell to the ground?
Plowden, yeah.
He slipped.
Yeah.
I don't know what Isaac Jones was doing. It was like he was sprinting down the floor. And my man, Neat Clifford, he must have had those old Starberry sneakers because he was stuck in cement, bro. Like he was just frozen.
Don't do my boy Starberry like that, baby.
You know, the $25
Come on,
jersey.
man. Starberry was giving it out, man.
I know he was. He was all about the kids. He was all about the kids. But
he said they coming back out.
All right. Oh, really? He got okay. But and in that moment, I thought, damn, we can't have nice things. Because throughout that game, we were down and we battled back. We were right there. And then when we needed it the most, we fumbled the bag.
Yeah, we did. You know what I thought about?
All you got to do is grab the rebound, Jay.
I hate to say this because I'm not a believer. I'm always the person that always says, look, I got nothing but love for the Heyday Kings. You know, I mean, it's been explained. Got nothing but love for all of those guys. And I'm a big proponent of knowing your history. You have to know where you came from to know where you're going. 100% on that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't necessarily always have to go back to that team or those guys to talk about Kings history. I can talk about the Kevin Martins, the Mitch Richmonds, guys like that. The Ron Artestas, the Brad Millers, even though that was on the back end. The very first thing I thought in my mind, and of course, I had some personal reasons to think this.
Yeah.
Damn. King's curse.
You said that. I did.
I know.
But I was thinking of it. I was like,
yes.
This always happens.
Always happens.
Buddy Hield, whoever it may be.
Dude.
When it's time to make a play,
man,
we don't do it.
And you know what? I'm not even going to go back to, but let's just say the rebound.
Yeah.
Then it feels like there's always things that we can control that doesn't happen. And you look back at it and say, man, it'd be different. Like, I understand the officiating. You can't control that.
Right.
But the rebound, tip out, you can control that.
Yep.
The jumper, you can control that. The free throw shot, you can control that. It's like, oh, here we go. And that's how I felt yesterday. Damn, we can't even get a rebound when you need a rebound. Now, all of a sudden, Thomas and Mack done turn into Wet and Wild.
Dude, slipping off.
Dude, what? Sunsplash. It done turned into Sunsplash all of a sudden.
Oh, man.
You got fresh, bright red. I didn't even pay attention to see what kicks he had on because I was so hurt and devastated that I never even went back to look and see what type of kicks Plowden was wearing. I just knew they were bright red. Dude, what happened? What? I mean, it turned into Waterworld.
And that's what. How should I put this? That's what concerns me going forward. This was, and I'm wondering if the way that game ended last night, does that sort of, we were euphoric over Neat Clifford.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Max, like just being, 4-0, 5-0 going into the champ. We were way up when it comes to that. But then to lose that way and with the King's curse, as Jay says.
No, wait, hold on there. Wait a minute.
I didn't call it that. You called it
I
that.
Said it felt like that. It felt like that. No, wait, hold on, man. Don't put words in my chops.
My bad.
Yeah, come on, brother. I said it felt like that.
Feels like it's kind of a curse way.
I felt that emotion come across my body one time.
But does it make us think like, damn, no matter what, our hill to climb is steep.
Can't get right.
Like we can't, you know what I mean,
right.
Jay? It's like, you know what it's like? You ever have a wheelbarrow You ever have some rocks in your wheelbarrow and you like, I don't know if you ever did no manual
course,
labor
man,
like
just
that. Big
slow
fella.
down over
I don't know
there,
if you ever broke a sweat doing work.
A single
before.
parent household, man, raised by my mama. Who you think was cutting that grass?
Okay. But you're going uphill and you got your rocks in there. And every 2 steps, the rock fall
out.
So you pick it up. All right, let me put going 2-3 steps. Oh, now this rock. That's what it feels like here, man. It's like, all right, finally. And then the rock fell out. All right, let's pick it back up. We're going to try again. Then we missed the free throw, can't get the rebound. It's like, it can never just be a smooth ride to the promised land.
I'd rather, and this the other thing, Drapes, and I think you're spot on. And that's why I said I felt the emotion come across my soul for a quick minute. And I had to get right, stand straight up. Like, hey, listen, hold on, straighten up my tie. We ain't that. We're brushing that off. But I felt it real quick. I said, damn, of all the ways to lose.
Right.
And that's the thing for me is I'd rather just get my ass whooped. I'd rather just lose. You beat me. Even if you beat me by 2, you beat me by 7. And of course, throughout the game, and you know this better than all of us, because you get front row section to each game. There's ebbs and flows, and there's always 3, 4, 5 pivotal situations in the game that you probably can go back and look at and say, if this went that way or that went this way or this went that way, the game might be different.
Right.
And for me, when I look at how that game was lost, now, again, I'll be the first one to say I didn't watch the first quarter. I was getting a lot of updates. Didn't watch the second quarter, getting a lot of updates. Didn't watch the third quarter, getting a lot of updates. I'm pretty sure there were 4, 5, 6 pivotal situations that could have changed. But unfortunately, we as fans normally pinpoint 1 or maybe 2. And those seem to be the big ones, right? The blow-ups, oh man, he called a timeout with no timeout. He clotheslined the center or something crazy. He fouled somebody on a 4-point play. Like, those are the things we pay attention to. And so when I looked at the game in my short 8.5 or 8:45 or whatever I called it, I was like, man, that's the one that sticks with me. You give up a foul, and I was a Knuppel, I think, went to the line, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And you missed the rebound, and all of a sudden, it's just like bodies all on the floor and the ground. Charlotte gets the ball, and I'm a believer. I look at people, and I see how their emotions are going, Drapes. And I looked at the squad, and I was like, I don't like the way they look when they missed that rebound.
Yeah.
And something told me this might be one of those pivotal moments that we look back in, and say, damn. Even it's a summer league championship. Of course, I hurt my feelings a little more, because I had some personal attachments to it. Yeah, 80-1, baby, 80-1. But in retrospect, it kind of falls in the same line of what you're talking about, Drapes, which is, and you've been saying this since you've been here. You've been saying this since you've been a part of this show, part of this station, part of this network. We can't continue, and I'm right there with you. We can't continue to talk about stuff that happened 15 years. 35 years, all the time. There has to be some type of new breed, a new breath of fresh air. And I understand. With that being said, Drace, we're talking about signings now and last year and 2 years ago and 3 years ago. So I'm not ignorant to that point. But a lot of times as Kings fans and sports fans, I'll be the first one, Niners and A's, we look at points where it's like, yeah, you know what, man, 88, man, if we just would have won in 88 and beat the Dodgers, we just have it's organic to do that. And so to follow what you're saying, there has to be a breath of fresh air for things to change. And I just say what Coach Christie always told me. The only thing that's going to change Sacramento's perspective, our respect factor, how we're seen, you got to win.
Right.
Just got to win.
Right.
And I know it's easier said than done, but we have people that's in the front office. I know we have a head coach. I know we have a few assistant coaches because I know them personally who feel the same way.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to change the narrative.
Right.
And so me coming in a little late, but hearing what you're saying,
right,
that's what I'm taking away from it.
Well, I mean, and here's the thing. 916-339-1140. You guys can weigh in. We did talk about the Doug McDermott signing, what it means for the Kings. We're talking about Summer League as well. I want to hear from you guys. But here's the thing, Jay, to your point. When I first got here, so many people said, Drapes, you're too optimistic. We always find a way to lose. Something always. And so when Mike Brown came in, 16 years didn't matter to him. So what? We talking about today.
Right.
And so from a fan standpoint, I understand the PTSD. I understand that. But if I'm a player, if I'm Scott Perry, if I'm Doug, I'm saying the history is the history. But in this moment right now, we getting that rebound. Like, yeah, you have to get the rebound yesterday, fellas. You have to. You got me. Dog, they gifted you. It was there.
It was there.
The Hornets scored 16 points in the fourth.
Man.
Knuppel missed a free throw. The game is there. And that's, when you look at it, Jay, the difference between a good team and a playing team. And we're going to have these moments during the regular season, Kings fans, where down the stretch, we need to make the play. I'll say this before we get to break. When we won 48 games and captured the third seed, it seemed like every shot De'Aaron Fox took in the fourth went in.
Went in.
Right?
Yeah.
It seemed finally we knew how to close out a game. We might be down 7 with 2 minutes to go. But at the end of that season, I was like, oh, we coming back. We still got a chance.
Mm-hmm.
And so it gave us that brief hope. And I feel like now we're back to, and I know it's Summer League, so it's hard. I don't want to overreact. It's Summer League. Right. But damn, we should have had that rebound. 916-339-1140. We are underway. It's the Drive Guys with Drapes and Jay. Coming up, we continue to talk Summer League. We're going to talk Nick Clifford. Where does he stand at right now? First 4 games, the dude was bout it. Last 2, little suspect. We're going to dive into that. It's the Drive Guys here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Around here, the summer can smack you silly, especially if your AC is not functioning at a high level. Whitey Gleason here. I had the opposite problem over the winter. System went down. It was panic time, but Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating saved the day. Let them save you from unnecessary summer misery. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating, reliable, trustworthy. They do great work. They've won awards for their service. Check the reviews at leesair.com. Find out about their $99 HVAC tune-up service. Save your summer now. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating on the web at leesair.com. License number 635355.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's Trex.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hobbit, a Hobbit Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Hobbit Employee Pricing Plus sales event?
Right now, you can get the family wherever you need to get them when you save up to $17,000 off MSRP on the new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xEs. With the gas tax having gone up this month, that means you save even more at the pump with one of America's favorite hybrids.
What's happening at the giant Hobbit Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter?
Well, not only is Hobbit your one-stop shop for new Ram trucks, we are your pre-owned truck superstore. Right now, we have over 100 quality pre-owned trucks in stock, so whatever truck you're looking for, your perfect ride is waiting at Hobbit. Diesels, lifted trucks, 4x4s, Hemis, heavy duties, we have them all waiting for you.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory, new and used, at HobbitDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection, nobody beats Hoblet, period. 17,000 total net savings after 7,500 factory rebates and 9,500 dealer discounts. Rebates may include 2,500 2025 select inventory bonus cash, 500 first responder bonus cash for eligible first responders. Employee pricing for all included in dealer discount. VIN number 712678. See dealer for details.
Hagen Oaks wants to be your go-to total golf game fitter. Try the TrackMan experience, the very best technology to fit your metalwoods and irons. The new cutting-edge putter fitting studio with its $30,000 worth of technology is ready for your fitting. Hagen Oaks will help you find the best putter for your game. Hagen Oaks offers more technology, more choices, and more service. Schedule your fitting at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio by calling 916-808-2531, 808-2531 for more.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Sponsored by the California Army National Guard and Hop Valley Brewing. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
Check out some of this down south. You gotta be body, though. You body? I'm body. If you body, we'll say you body.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
I know my neighborhood. I represent none but G. From Richmond, California, all the way back to New Orleans.
Shout out to Master P, Mia X. What you know about that, Jay?
A little fiend?
Yeah, fiend. Come on, man. I will say, has there ever been a greater label run than No Limit? Late 90s, first part of 2002.
It's tough if it is. They're right there.
They're right there, right? They were putting out albums every week, bro. I'm going to have to do a D-list this week.
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday it was dropping.
And you know what was cold about No Limit? They weren't the first, but they were one of the first that I remember of coming out with color discs cases.
Yeah.
Like, not the jewel cases, but the color ones and the plastic ones.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Drapes, but I used to buy music sometimes on the look of it. On the look of the disc. I'm like, oh, okay, Cain and Abel, who was another No Limit artist. Cain and Abel, I like their, Gangsta Fire was their first single. Okay. Oh, I like that disc. It's red and green. Oh, yeah, I think I might grab it. I'm going to test it.
Wow. Jay, I just went on Wikipedia, and we got to get into this later this week. I don't know if you know any no Limit people or anything to get them on the show or anything.
Okay.
But this is my wheelhouse right here. I'm looking at 1998.
All right, who you got?
They dropped Young Bleed, Silk the Shocker, See Murder.
Okay.
I got the Hookup soundtrack. Remember that?
Absolutely. A.J. Johnson. Rest in peace.
Oh, yeah. Sons of Funk, Fiend, Soldier Slim.
Yep.
Master P, MP The Last Don, Cain and Abel, Mac, Snoop. Remember Snoop?
Of course.
Went with them too. Yeah. Big Ed Skullduggery,
Yep,
Magic.
Magic.
Yep.
Magic
Mean
got
Green.
that deep voice. Mean Green. Yeah. Roy Jones about to get up.
Yeah, Steady Mob. I mean,
Steady Mob.
there's like 20 albums they dropped.
Man. Mercedes.
Yep. Mystical. Did I mention Mystical? No, I don't think I did. Yeah.
Over.
Yep.
That's a heck of a run.
They had a run.
TRU compilations. Yeah.
The compilation? No Limit Soldiers?
Yeah.
I thought I told you?
Yeah. You ain't lying. No Limit had a heck of a run.
Heck of a run where, and I don't even think you can't accomplish that anymore. That kind of run. Label. Like the labels ain't even moving like that anymore.
Yeah, no. Because it's too accessible, Drake.
Yeah.
It's on your hand.
Independent, like people could just put their
Who's
things
not
out.
even making albums like that no more.
Right.
Though. It's singles, songs. You know, I tell my daughter this all the time. There's no disrespect to the younger artists because I don't want to be that guy who's, oh man, OG, you tripping and not like, nah. I listen to a little bit of everything when it comes to rap, R&B, reggae. I'm not the biggest. Somebody says Mr. Servon. Yeah,
Mr. Servon
for sure.
Yeah.
KC. The tough part I always say is this. We used to have to go buy your album.
Yeah.
Now, technically, if you got a subscription, you can listen to anything. I could test it. I could listen to it. I skip it. I'll get rid of this. I'm moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Where it wasn't like that. You had to go purchase someone's album.
Right.
You had to literally go spend money on a person's album. So I tell my daughter all the time, and there's a lot of artists right now who are super hot. No disrespect to them cats because they get their money. Girls, gals, women, and men. But they wouldn't be half of what they would. If I had to get in my car, go pick up your album.
Nah,
please, man.
Nah. You're right. You're right. Because it's all on here now on your phone. Oh, yeah, I'll add that to the playlist.
Quick.
Yep. And ain't even got to spend your money because you got the subscription. But the album dropping that Tuesday or Friday, whatever it was, that trip to the store with you and your boys and everything, and you get 2 or 3, man, it's nothing like that. Real quick, too, Jay, about that. I did this event over in South Sac on Saturday.
Man, let me say this. For everybody in Sacramento to hear and understand. You big bro. All due respect to you. I got nothing but love for you. You keep doing some of these events and don't pick up the phone and text me, call me, send a pigeon message, smoke signal, or something. Especially when it's in Iraq, South Sac, where I'm born and raised.
Oh, you're born in South
Man,
Sac?
come on,
I didn't
brother.
know that.
Yes. 21st Street, Matson.
I was over
Tamashan.
on, what is it, Dorena Ave?
Yes.
Right there, right off of...
Man.
Yeah. I was just right there.
Dude,
and I didn't even put anything on social. I got to do a better job, bro.
I don't care.
Nah, but that's I'm talking for me.
Okay, right.
I gotta, I'm like for me. I need to publicize this.
Yes,
stuff
100%. When you're in the community, especially in Sacramento, doing what you do, a lot of people don't know what you do.
Right.
A lot of times, half the time, you go because you are doing as you said, I'm reading to children. I'm a seminar. I'm on a panel. I'm doing, giving back your time, effort, and money. And so, no doubt, 100%. And the great part is you don't need to be celebrated. You're doing it, because you want to do it.
Because I want to do it. So I'm doing this event, right? And it's like a neighborhood concert.
Yep.
And local artists are performing.
What? Who? Name some.
These are local grassroots.
Come on, man. You're talking to somebody that's born and raised out
here.
here.
This dude called No Last Name.
Okay.
Isaiah the Dreamer.
No. Yeah.
You know Isaiah the Dreamer?
Come on, bro.
Come on. Okay. You got the Pan Funk Group.
Never heard of it.
Oh, they running something out at Oak Park.
Okay.
They out there in Oak Park. Noah Sanaa is a poet. She is a 16-year-old poet.
Really?
Authored 2 books.
I know her. She went to, so peep this, Small World. My daughter took part in something that's called Sisters of Nia.
Yeah.
Right? Chris Haynes, I believe, stepped dark because I used to see him all the time at the plays and things like that, I believe. And I don't want to tell his business, but there used to be a Camp Nia, which actually was last week. and my daughter's taking part in it. My little cousin, she's now 24. She did it when she was a kid. And this 2 years ago, I'm gonna have to send you the play. My daughter and her were two of the leading actresses in this play that they put on. And they came out, I was like, she's got 2 books, so we bought a couple of her books and all this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Know her, absolutely.
You know her? Yeah,
Come on,
16, bro. It's crazy.
This is locked in, man.
And she's so shy and quiet, but when she get up on stage and she's booming, yo.
She blew the roof off.
So she was out there. This artist called Day, Deiy.
Yep.
Day, she was fantastic. And then there's this young lady, and we need to talk. She opened for Rakim last night. Did you know Rakim was in town last night?
I did not.
Rakim was in town.
What?
I couldn't go. Yes.
Where?
It's this spot I never even heard of. Not the usuals. Look it up. But this lady, this young girl, Hayla V is her name. She's 23. And I'm talking to her beforehand. I'm trying to get the intel on her. And I'm like, yo, how can I hear you? And this goes back to our record conversation. She's like, yo, I'm on all the streaming services. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Apple Music. And I looked her up. And she's like, it's like 300 songs she got. Like,
super thick.
People are out there doing it, man.
They are.
They're doing it.
Rakim was at the rink last night.
You know that? I don't know that spot.
It's around the corner.
Is it?
Yes, on Del Paso.
Really? Right around the corner up there?
Literally around the corner.
Yeah, he was at, I know. I couldn't go.
How did I miss that?
You tell me. I got it on my Instagram feed. You know what I mean? Like the ads.
What?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I missed that.
And she opened for him. Yep. She opened for him. So that was my weekend. I got more stuff to talk about for the weekend, but we got to get back to the Kings conversation. I want to hear from you guys. What did you think of Summer League? 916-339-1140. Came up short, didn't win the championship, but was it still successful? Are you still happy with how it came out? We'll discuss that here. It's the Drive Guys with Drapes and Jay on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Save no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
With Progressive, you can reach customer service in the way that's easiest for you, by phone, app, or online. We know it would be great if we just magically appeared, but that's more of a genie thing, and we do insurance. But with us, you'd be like, well, it wasn't a genie, but it was great customer service, so that's nice. And sure, you probably would still like the whole 3 wishes thing, so if you meet a genie, you should definitely ask. But when you need us, contact Progressive by phone, app, or online. Just no genies. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A+ Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal, you should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with Golf to Go. I love spending a day on the golf course with invited friends, but not with uninvited mosquitoes, which can carry serious diseases like West Nile virus. Don't let mosquito bites ruin your round or your health. Stay safe while playing golf, hiking, or enjoying the outdoors with family. Defend yourself with insect repellent. For tips about your golf game, listen for Golf to Go. But for more tips on protecting yourself and your home from mosquitoes, visit fightthebite.net.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Turn up the heat with Sky River's $130,000 Blackjack Tournament, happening every Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Join for a chance to share in $10,000 in prizes with a guaranteed weekly winner of $5,000 in promotional chips. The first entry is free for Sky River Rewards members, plus rebuy for just $50. Visit skyriver.com for complete details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 or over.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sepp Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is, live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sepp Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sepp's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sacktown Sports 1140.
At Kids Care Dental and Orthodontics, we're all about summer smiles. During July, we're having our Summer Smiles special with $300 off braces or Invisalign with no money down if you start treatment in July. And you'll have a chance to win Legoland tickets. Go to kidscaredental.com for more information.
Hi, Sacramento. It's the No Surprise Guys at Bell Brothers Plumbing and Air Conditioning. Is your AC on the fritz? Call Bell Brothers. Looking to replace your old unit with a 0% financing and no payments for 12 months on approved credit? Call Bell Brothers. We're fast, reliable, and respect your time by showing up when we say we will. The price we quote is the price you pay. We are the No Surprise Guys. Call today to get a free estimate on a new HVAC system, or simply schedule your $87 AC Precision tune-up to keep your system running smoothly. With more technicians, more trucks, and more experience, we get the job done right the first time. No surprises. Our technicians are all background checked, drug tested, and will leave the work area cleaner than they found it. Don't wait. Call Bell Brothers today or book online at nosurpriseguys.com. That's nosurpriseguys.com.
The Tribe Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Back here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports, 1140 Drapes and J. Kevin Whitey Gleason off all this week. He'll be back next week. Jay, you Johnny on the spot today, Big Belly. Got the Rakim playing in the background. Shout out to Rakim performing in Sacramento last night. Couldn't pull through because I was at Golden One Center with my daughter and her friends. But, man, I'm sure he put on a great show. We'll get back to the hip-hop talk, to the album talk coming up in just a little bit. Talk about our weekend and what we got coming up this week as well. But I do want to go back to the Kings Summer League. And coming up in just a little bit, I got a D-list, Jay. I haven't told you about this. I got a D-list coming up. Top 5 performances from the Summer League for your Sacramento Kings. I ranked them. Actually put them in order. Ranked them. But, I'm trying to decide if what happened yesterday left a sour taste in my mouth about Summer League. Because our first 4 games, we were flying high as a kite, Kings fans. Neek and Max need to get 25 minutes a night. They need to play. Forget about our veterans. Let's go with the youth movement. Did what we saw last night and Saturday night change your opinion on that? Call me up, 916-339-1140. I thought what we saw from our young players, specifically Max, Neek, and Devin, as the stakes got higher, last game of the 4-game bunch, first semifinal game, and then the final game, you saw the intensity get higher and higher and higher. You saw other teams' defense pick up, be more physical. And watching that game last night, albeit on my phone at Golden One Center, what I saw was a team in Charlotte that played more like a team. You know, it's one thing, Jay, and I'll use a golf analogy. It's one thing to go out there and hit the ball well on the range. It's one thing to go out there and shoot well when you're by yourself. It's another thing when the lights are the brightest, when you got to hit this tee shot, when you have to make this putt, when you need to get this stop, when you need to get this rebound. And I thought the pressure of the moment and of Charlotte, I thought Charlotte reacted better, especially early on. Like, Charlotte was hitting everything. They were running their sets. I felt like us, meaning the Kings, our squad, ISO ball, too much one-on-one, too much trying to beat your man off the dribble instead of playing like a team. And as I'm watching this last night, I'm thinking, damn, I didn't see any of this the first 4 games. First 4 games, we were moving the ball, sharing it. Everybody got touches. Neek, Max, and Devin, they were balling out. But what happened the last 2 games? Case in point, Neek Clifford, his first 4 games, 18.5 points per game, 28 of 48 from the field. Last 2 games, 7 of 23, 8.5 points, 6.5 rebounds. And so I guess what I'm saying is, for our young players, the Neek, Max, even Devin, it's different levels to it. And I thought what we saw the last 2 games was a learning experience for all the young guys. And on the flip side, I think our boy Isaac Jones, I don't want to say he coasted the first 4 games, but he let the game come to him. The last 2 games, young fella went out there and grabbed it, Jay. Look at Isaac Jones' numbers, the first 4 games versus the last 2 games. When the Kings needed to win, basically, you need W's. The semifinal game, Isaac Jones, 36 points, 6 rebounds. The final game, Isaac Jones, 24 points. Now go back and look at Isaac Jones the previous 4 games. 17, 11, 11, 11. What I saw from Isaac Jones, and I want to give him his flowers, is when the stage got the brightest, when the games mattered more, he raised his level of play. He looked like a guy that actually got NBA minutes last season.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He definitely looked like the person that knew ebbs and flows throughout Summer League, know when to turn it on, when to turn it off. Also, one thing that I liked about him too is, and you spoke right on it, is he didn't, anytime the ball came to him, it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to go up and go get it.
Right.
He just let the game come to him. And however the game came to him that day, minus the last couple of games where you could definitely tell, okay, I need to assert myself and I need to be a presence for my team to win and move on. Mm-hmm. And to me, that is, it's as I look forward to this next season, I'm not saying Isaac Jones going to come in and put up the numbers that he put up the last two games for the Sacramento Kings big club, but it definitely gives me a little hope, a little ray of sunshine that he knows when it's time to go get it and turn it on and flip the switch. And he also understands that I can play a role. And I think that's what he's getting ready to do for this team moving forward, is play a role. And whatever that role evolves to, I'm more confident, even though it's summer league, but just by his demeanor, his actions, the way he played, the way he went about the summer, and going back to G League last year, there were times where he took, he was in the passenger seat. There were times when he was driving the car, and there were certain times when he was in the back seat. And I like that. To me, that's him. And we know this. He's young. He hasn't played the game a long time. He's learning to find a role and find a spot. I'm happy to see that.
UPS Chris on the text line, 916. Got to give much love to the Summer League squad. Hell of a run. Every time I've seen Charlotte play, they were putting up 100-plus points. Almost had that comeback for the championship. Really, we did. Almost had it. But spinning it forward, which guys do you feel deserve minutes come the fall? And what is IJ's role? Because coming up after this timeout, I'm going to run down the list of Kings bigs. And who is IJ playing over? We know Domas is getting his minutes, but we got some veterans coming in here too. My boy Dario Saric was just in town this last week, handling all his medicals. Is IJ playing over Saric? I want to hear from you guys. 916-339-1140. What role do you envision Isaac Jones having for your Sacramento Kings once the season begins? You're rolling with the Drive guys here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This very minute at the Hagen Oaks Driving Range, you'll find fun gaming on all 52 Top Tracer screens where golfers and newbies enjoy the fun together. Compete against friends at the Hagen Oaks Driving Range or play 9 holes on the McKenzie putting course. Enjoy the summer-long free concert schedule and visit the Hangout Eats and Dreams for wood-fired pizzas, burgers, ice cream, and more. Or relax with the beverage. It's happening all summer long at the Hagen Oaks Driving Range, nightly until midnight. Fulton Avenue at Business 80.
The Giant Summer Sale is here. Get giant savings on our giant selection only at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save during the Honda Summer Event and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. See all our specials at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your really expensive limited edition sneakers and your new suit for your cousin's wedding. Except you never actually bought the suit because you can't stop buying sneakers. So you show up to the wedding looking like you're going grocery shopping. But hey, at least your sneakers will look good in the pictures, until you're cropped out of every last one of them. So go ahead and get Progressive, so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Bring the whole family to Sutter Health Park for Sacramento River Cats baseball. It's more than a game. It's an experience your kids will never forget. Enjoy exciting action on the field, delicious ballpark food, and fun activities for all ages. From meeting Dinger the mascot to running the bases every Sunday, there is something for everyone. Create lasting memories with your family this season. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140.
Yeah. Yeah.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Changing up the dough. If he hating on me, he a lame, he a joke. No rag, no side. I got the gang with me though. Can't rock with me now if you didn't back then. Zell on the mic, on the beat it's at 10. Backyard boogie and I'm slapping Mac 10. They tried to kick me out and I went right back in. They Mac can't deal with me though. I work too hard, can't build with me though. You ain't putting up your chicken, can't grill with me though. I know some real ones and they still with me though. Get off.
Shout out to Young Zell. Is that new? Is that some of his new stuff or no?
Came out a couple months ago.
Really?
Maybe like 2-3 months ago.
All right,
yeah.
I'm gonna have to peep that one. I don't know that one, Jay.
It's called Get Off.
That's heat right there. Shout out to our boy Young Zell. Always holding it down for Sacktown. Back here on the Drive, guys, Drapes and Jay. Hour number 2 coming up in just a little bit. I got to get into this Ringer article. I don't know if you read it, Jay. I sent it to you. But Michael Pina, he might be ducking our smoke. He ain't answering his phone. He had an article in the Ringer, and it was kind of a hit piece on the Sacramento Kings. I'll tell you about it coming up in just a little bit. Want to run down the Kings preseason schedule. That did come out, if you missed that, a couple hours ago. The Kings opening up the preseason October 8th against the Toronto Raptors at Golden One Center. That's kind of a weird preseason matchup, right? Toronto.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
I don't understand that, but we'll take it. 2 days later, October 10th at Portland, at the Moda Center up there in Portland. Then October 15th, home against the Clippers, Golden One Center, see the new look Clippers. And October 17th at the Lakers at Crypto.com. So 4 preseason games, all of them right here on Sacktown Sports 1140, the G-Man, High Flyer, Jay Ross, and the whole crew. They'll be part of it. Only one on NBC Sports California, though.
Yes, the first one?
The third one, the Clippers. Okay. The second home game against the Clippers. The Kings will be streaming all the games on Kings.com. Yeah. So it'll be out there, a chance to see it. You know, and the question, I guess, is who's going to get some minutes? We're talking about Isaac Jones, and I'm impressed. Honestly, IJ needs to get minutes, people. 916-339-1140. You could weigh in. And I see some of you guys on the text line. Somebody said IJ is our Kevon Looney. I see what they're trying to do, like our under the radar, sort of not superstar, but just good role player that you need kind of thing.
Is that, as you said, I see where they're going, but no disrespect to IJ. Looney has kind of done it on a bigger stage.
Yeah.
And he's shown improvement.
Finals as a starter.
Yeah. I mean, I just got a long way to go until he can get to Kevon Looney's position. But right. I can see the similarity. I get it.
Exactly. But the question, I guess, is I know how I feel. We know how you feel. I've seen some of the texters and YouTubers, how they feel about Isaac Jones, who's coming off a great game last night, 24 points, 11 rebounds against Charlotte. And then the game before, IJ, 36 points on 13 of 17 shooting. But when I look at the roster, who is IJ getting minutes over, Kings fans? I want to hear from you, 916-339-1140. We know Domas is our starting 5. He's ahead of IJ. But after that, who's our second big? Who's our first big off the bench? If you're Sacramento. Is it Sharge? Don't forget, we got Drew Eubanks on the squad. Nobody talking about Eubanks. Is it Max Reynaud? Or is it Isaac Jones? And how comfortable with any of those? If I'm looking at it when I look at it on paper, the roster, I would not be opposed to it being Isaac Jones, Jay. Because although he's young, he's kind of raw. I think for him, the best way, he's accomplished everything he's needed in Stockton. He's accomplished everything he's needed in Summer League. Put him out there with the big dogs. Let's see what he can do. I thought this Summer League, I wanted to see more from him, especially those early games, but these last couple, he got his feet under him, his legs under him. That's exactly, he dominated the last 2 games. And the thing about him, he could play some small ball 5, or if he's knocking down the 3, which we saw last night, he hit that big 3 late in the game. And then he had one the other night as well. If he's knocking down the 3, he could play some 4 alongside Domantas Sabonis. Is Isaac Jones our first big off the bench, Kings fans? Because that's what it's looking like. And how comfortable are we with that? Isaac Jones, Dario Saric, Drew Eubanks, Max Reynaud. Who's getting that spot, Jay? Or are we not comfortable with any of them, really? I wish we had a Bobby Portis or somebody like that.
A Jonas Valanciunas.
Valanciunas, if you will.
Drapes, I think we are in a position, and we saw Dougie McBuckets get re-signed today.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're in a position where it's going to be by committee, and committee in the form of who you're playing, who you're going up against, who's your opponent, will probably, for me, dictate who's the first big that comes off the bench until someone steps out from the others. I'll be honest. You talked about Sarge getting his physicals. How old is Dario Saric?
Dario Saric, he 31 right now.
And he's OG 31 on the legs. I'm not sure Dario Saric is going to make it through a whole season being able to give you 82. No doubt.
Right.
For me, I just don't see it. Now, prove me wrong, Dario. Prove me wrong. But I don't see it. I don't really know what Drew Eubanks gives you beside hustle. Is he a defender? Is he a scrapper? Is he a rebounder? What is Drew Eubanks to you?
I think he's a scrapper.
What's his makeup?
A hustler.
Okay.
He's not going to go out there and get you 20 or anything like that.
He might not even shoot it 20 times in a month.
Right. And he played 61 games last season, 12 minutes a game.
Right.
So are we asking him for an elevated role than what he's had the last couple of seasons?
I think, yeah, you're asking for him to potentially do it. And that's where I'm going is I'm not sure Dario Saric makes it past so many games if you're calling on his number every single night. I'm not really sure what Drew Eubanks gives you. And that's why I asked you, what is his makeup? He's a scrapper. He's a hustler. Okay. We're talking about a Rook and Max. We don't really know what to expect from him. This is his first year.
Right.
When you really look at it, Isaac is probably the most known proven commodity.
Right.
Isn't that crazy? When you look at this compared to last year,
Yeah.
and as you said, he's for sure outplayed the G League.
Right.
We
Right.
got to see it up close and personal. He is a better ball player than someone that needs to be going back and forth, dipping back and forth to Stockton.
Right.
He is an NBA player. He deserves to be on a roster somewhere. Now, how many minutes and his role and the position that he's asked to play is TBD. But when you look at the front court of the Sacramento Kings, I ask you again, of all the backups that we've named, he's probably the most known commodity.
Because Sharge coming back from injury.
Yeah.
Only played a handful of games last season. Drew Eubanks, 12 minutes a game last season. Are we really asking him to play 20 with us? Amadrock on the YouTube chat says, second option would be IJ. He and Sharge should get similar minutes. Now, mind you, Domas is playing 35 probably. So that's 13 at the center spot and probably another 13 at the 4 spot. So you're really only talking about 25 to 30 minutes max you got to divvy up. To me, IJ got to get like 15 to 18 minutes a night. I ain't asking him to come in and be Manu Ginobili 6-man or Bobby Portis or anything like that. You know what I mean? But the young fella has earned some minutes. And honestly, I'd be okay if it's over Sharge, if it's over Eubanks, if it's over Max. Because what this guy has, talking about Isaac Jones, that the other players don't, Jay. He got some bounce to his game.
Definitely got bounce. Definitely athleticism.
Yeah. Lob threat.
Yeah.
Vertical spacing.
For sure.
As they say in the league right now.
Compared to the Sarge, the Eubanks, and Max, yeah, he looked like Dominique Wilkins.
Right. He could get up.
Yeah.
And so really the only question mark with this game in terms of how it is, can he knock down the 3 ball? Can he provide some spacing with Domas out there?
Well,
too?
It looks to me, and from everything I know and heard and have spoken to people, and you know this a little bit more than I have, it's something he's learning to do. It is something that he has added this past year, where last year he was really trying to stick.
Yeah.
And figure out a role to even just be on the big club, which he did. He did a good job. I think the jury is still out on if he can shoot or not, because it's just so new and so fresh to not only him, but to us being a part of his game. And maybe he's been able to shoot it forever and we just haven't seen it, but I'm not sure. I think this year we'll find out. And I also believe unless Max, and it sounds crazy, but I really think Max is set up to be the first big guy to come off the bench, but I think he's going to have to prove it. But I think there's a space for him in the form of, if you do what we believe you can do, this will be your spot. Now, as for IJ and Drew Eubanks and Sarge to come, and prove me wrong, I was looking at Sarge because I remember a couple years ago, 23-24, of him playing with the Warriors, obviously being up the street.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew he had played a lot of games. He played 64 games. Now, in the last 4 years, that's been an anomaly, though. Because last year, as you talked about, 16 for Denver, 20 before that on OKC, 37 before that for Phoenix. And then he had a couple of 57s, 50, 66, 68. So that's what you're looking for. So if you really look at his career, he's played in 81 games twice, and that was his rookie year and his third year. So at this point, he's probably going to give you max 60 games.
Sarge.
Minutes per game last year, 13. The 64 games he played with the Warriors at 17. Prior to that, 13, 14, 14, 14, 17. So if we're talking about, you're saying divvying up 25 minutes, keep it equal and even. Are you okay with Sarge on a 60-game pace playing 15 minutes? Now, let's just say, average it out, 17, 14, 14, 13, 17, 13. So let's just call it 15 minutes, keep it even. Since that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons. He's averaged 8.7, 6.4, 5.8, 7.4, 8 points exactly. Last year, 3.5. Rebounds, 3.8, 3.6, 3.8, 3.34, 4 and some change, 3.1. I mean, at best, if we're just looking at the black and white, the numbers, calculating the math, if he's to play 15 minutes, he's probably giving you 6 points or so.
Right.
Do you think you can get more out of IJ? I do.
I do also.
That's me.
I do too.
I think you get more out of IJ. So I think as much as Sarge is in the role, and hopefully, again, prove me wrong. I never want to see anybody, go through the injuries that he has and not have the opportunity to play. I'm just saying, Drapes, at this point in his career, he might be a hired gun. He might be a guy that comes in for 8 minutes, put up a couple of threes, 2 or 3 3-point shots a game sporadically throughout the season. You might put him in 40 games or so, and he's a hired gun. He's a Doug McDermott of the bigs, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that, to me, that really leaves down to, on a nightly basis, IJ, Max, and Drew Eubanks.
Trey says it'll probably be matchup dependent between Jones and Sarge. But if you want to go offensive, put Isaac Jones at the 5 with Max at the 4. When it comes to Sarge, though, I feel like if he's healthy, he can do something. Like, he can provide a skill. Knock down 3, can move the ball, good passer as well. The question mark for him is about his health.
Do you think you can get 65 games out of?
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably.
I'm talking about night in, night out.
Count on them.
Play 15 minutes every single night. If you look at the history, it doesn't look like it's there anymore.
Hamadrock took his comment back. I take it back. IJ should play more than Sarge and Eubanks. He brings the energy. Just don't know if that's sustainable. No, he's a young kid. I think so. But, one thing, and maybe these Kings fans are just the loudest on social media, on our text line, and on YouTube. But the 916, you might as well be talking about Tito Jackson and Monica Lewinsky. They will impact winning on the Kings about as much as these scrubs we're talking about. And I'm going to just read the comments here, Jay.
For sure.
916, this is from the same person. Washington Generals called. They want their team back. Somebody also, Folsom Mike, loyal listener. Shout out to him. Shout out to Folsom.
Mike, yeah.
Yep. He says, seriously, what's so impressive talking about Isaac Jones? His only skill is energy. He's a good rebounder, makes a 2-footer if it's easy. If it's not, he misses it bad. Where do those skills translate into a productive NBA guy that makes you so excited? Sorry, I see nothing. I don't know about that. We also got to remember Isaac Jones' story, Jay. The dude started off late to basketball.
Just started.
He only been playing basketball like 6-7 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm excited about the potential, the energy, the lob threat, the athleticism. At some point, we got to see what we have in these young guys. Isaac, to me, should be at minimum a 10 to 15 minute a night kind of guy.
Well, he provides something that no other big on this team provides right now. And so he is a unicorn in the form of, he is probably the most athletic big man minus Keegan Murray. And I still believe Keegan Murray's a 3.
Okay.
I think he's the most athletic big man on the squad. So he looks different than everybody else that's out there. If nothing else, that gives him a cut of the cloth to where we at least need to see what he can do for me. With that, he's raw, no doubt about it. He's definitely something that he's not a proven commodity in the NBA. I think he's a proven commodity when it comes to the other half of the NBA, or the third, which is Summer League and G League.
Right.
I think he's proven that he is a NBA roster caliber player. Now, how he pushes forward and what he does with that is TBD. As I said, it's to be determined. It's to be seen. Right now, we just don't know. But I think when we're having this conversation, it's like this. And this, I guess, the pushback to some of these comments is this. There's hell of people that we don't know what they can do.
Right.
Let's talk about Jay Wells. No one knew what he could do. He got an opportunity, went out there, and now the dude's starting almost, So there's tons of people that we don't know because they haven't given the opportunity. That's why I'm saying, if you're looking at the roster, Drapes, for me, it's just me. I think Max is set up to be the first guy off the bench. I think if they had their druthers, meaning the Kings, the front office, BJ Armstrong, whatever, whoever you want to point the finger to, I think it would be set up for Max to come in and be the first off the big, because to the eye test, he seems to be the most skilled, can do the most, pass, shoot it, has enough athleticism, can play just a trickle of D. Like, he has a few things that the Kings need from a big, but he's unproven too. He's a rookie. So how much can you count on that until you see it? When you really sit down and look at it, though, and that's why I went over Sarge's numbers, I'm not sure you can rely on him to play 81 games, 82 games. As a matter of fact, I'm probably saying he can't. If we're looking at Drew Eubanks, now I'm looking at Drew. Drew has played a lot more minutes per game, especially up in Portland and in San Antonio. He's got some 54, 71, 49, 78, 75, 61. He's logged some games, 29 minutes a game, 1 point in Portland, 17, 20, 15, 12, 15. So he's doing, he's not a point guy, as we've talked about. He's going to give you about 5 points, 4 points. Rebound, same thing. Let's just calculate it. Drapes, you got two guys that probably are hired guns, and Drew Eubanks and Dario Saric.
Yeah.
So now we're really looking at a two-way split on who's probably going to be that first person off the bench. It's either IJ or Max.
Kings fans, how comfortable are you with that? 916-339-1140. Compio says, if you keep IJ on the Kings, then why pick up Saric? Not many minutes for all these players. Tiara says Saric should be waived. Cam Cruz, let's not get carried away. Isaac Jones was going against guys who are going to be bagging groceries in a couple years.
Oh, haven't we said that 5 times?
Yeah, come on, man.
I mean, at some point in time, you got to give some cats the benefit of the doubt. We understand that. We just said. Who said that?
That was Cam Cruz.
Cam Cruz. Shouts out Cam Cruz. KK, double C, how they spell their name?
Double C.
CK. Look, listen. So we can repeat it one more time, as we understand people are coming in every single minute differently. Isaac Jones has shown and proven he can do it at a top level against grocery baggers,
right,
and G League players, top to bottom. We're talking about moving forward on the big club. This ain't AAA. This ain't AA. This ain't the Modesto Nuts. This ain't the Stockton Ports. This ain't the River Cats. We talking about the big leagues here. No one is saying that he's going to come in and put up 25 points. Have you said that, Drake?
Nope.
I haven't
said that at all.
So I don't need Cam Cruz to say, man, let's not get excited about. We're not. We're trying to figure out. The very first question was, are we comfortable in Isaac Jones being the first big off the bench?
Right.
We're working through this, Kings fans. Cam Cruz, we're trying to figure it out. I ain't comparing him to Safeway. The folks down at the end asking me for paper or plastic.
Bagging the groceries.
Yeah, I'm talking about bigs off the bench in the NBA, and sometime having to go get NBA starter minute here and there. God forbid an injury. Then what we gonna do? We talking about first off the bench.
Right.
Man.
And here's the thing. To your baseball analogy, Jay, bagging the groceries is like AA ball. He dominated that. G League is like AAA. Isaac Jones passed that test. Check. He dominated G League. He's earned the right to see what he could do on the NBA big stage level. But the issue with the Kings, because let's be honest, how comfortable are we with any of the bigs? I could say Max. I could say Sharge. I could say Eubanks. Out of that bunch, I think IJ probably should get those minutes based off of dominating the grocery baggers, dominating the G Leaguers, having played NBA minutes before and showed some flashes. Why not give them the minutes? Hit us up, 916-339-1140. We'll continue that conversation. Plus, we got to have a conversation about Devin Carter moving forward. I want to hear your thoughts on that. It's the Drive Guys here with Drapes and Jay, Sacktown Sports 1140.
A couple years ago, I was in the bathroom at the airport when I dropped my smartphone in the toilet. Not smart. I was multitasking when I should have been focused on the job at hand. Embarrassing, but I'm not alone. According to Google, 7 million other multitaskers accidentally dropped their phones into the bowl last year. A gentle reminder that right now you can get yourself a brand new Samsung Galaxy A36 absolutely free with a $35 plan from Pure Talk. The A36 comes with scratch-resistant Gorilla Glass and a battery that'll last all day, along with unlimited talk, text, and data on America's most dependable 5G network. In other words, it's tough and smart. Something to think about next time you're multitasking and the necessary. Just dial pound 250, say keyword Mike Rowe to get your free phone today. You can make the switch in just 10 minutes. That's pound 250. Say Mike Rowe to switch to a no-nonsense smartphone and a company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Lowe's knows big savings make a big difference, especially when you're shopping for appliances. Hurry in to get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members get free delivery, free haul away, free installation and parts on purchases of $2,500 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/delivery for more details.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
The Hagen Oaks Cutting Edge Putter Fitting Studio offers you more technology, more choices, and more service. Hagen Oaks wants to be your go-to total golf game fitter. With $30,000 worth of state-of-the-art technology ready for your fitting, Hagen Oaks will help you make your best putting stroke while finding the best putter design, shape, hosel, length, and loft for your game. Schedule your fitting at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531 for more.
And we're back live during a Flex Alert. Dialed in on the thermostat. Oh, we're pre-cooling before 4 p.m., folks.
And that's the end of the third. Time to set it back to 78 from 4 to 9 p.m. Clutch move by the home team. What's the game plan from here on out?
Laundry?
Not today.
Dishwasher?
Sidelined.
What a performance by Team California. The power truly is ours.
During a Flex Alert, pre-cool, power down, and let's beat the heat together.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Avriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Sponsored by the California Army National Guard and Hop Valley Brewing. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
See nope. CJ, you moving and grooving without me. I see how it is, man.
You know what? I'll take the heat. You're right. You're right. You got me. You got me. I ain't gonna,
That's all right. All right. My teammates doing things without me. I see how it is. No, that should be fun. So, yeah, he's in town. I'll tell you, man, I don't know how you feel. And we're going to get to the phone lines coming up in just a second with our boy TC hanging on. But I can't do staycations, Jay. I can't be around. Like, if I get a week off, your boy's out. And maybe it's because, I'm going through the divorce. I don't have the kids 100%. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of just Kyle time. And so it's like, well, hell, if I'm free, might as well go to LA, Vegas, something. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty much with you. Sometimes I can do the here for a couple of days, split the time.
Right.
Because sometimes you got to get some things done around the house. Some things that you want to get done. Of course, you got to do the honey-do list. Technically, not so much for you at the point, but yeah, but I'm with you. If I'm taking an extended period of time off, like a week, I'm definitely somewhere else for at least a part of that.
Because my issue is, and I was going to text you about this, I think Friday and Saturday, I was going to do like a mental health Monday.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And maybe we could do that at some point this show.
Don't got to be Monday.
It could be any day, right?
Absolutely.
My issue is, how should I put this? I get bored easily at the crib. I got to be moving and grooving. I got to do something.
Got to be always on the move.
Right. Yeah. Always on the move. I'll tell you a quick story. I used to have a Tesla, right? Shout out to that car. It was nice. It was fine. But I went to go trade it in. And they're like, dude, you got 48,000 miles on this car. I'm like, that can't be right. I only had it for 18 months, a year and a half. I was averaging about 24,000 miles a year driving.
You was pushing, baby.
Because I was never at home, Jay.
Ah, boy.
I was doing something. I'm always hopping in the car. And so when it comes to a staycation, what I'm going to do, big fella?
Well,
drive to Roseville every day? Come to play golf? Like, I can't just be
Okay, hold on, because everyone can relate to this.
Okay.
And I've even seen you experience this. There is, coming off the end of the season, basketball season, and we're talking or whatever. I can see it in you. Like, man, I'm tired. The stretch is it's taking me out.
Right.
And I need a little rest. So even at the end of the season, you can't even post up and relax around. You have to go somewhere
I'm in
else
Palm
and decompress.
Springs. I'm in some. As my boy Marcus on the text line on the YouTube chat, First Co. Got to leave the city or I'll be tempted to go to work.
Nah, that's too far. Who said that, Marcus?
Marcus, yeah.
Come on, Mark. Come on, brother. I hear where you're going. But no.
No, but it's like, and I think my problem, let's dive into mental health, and we'll get TC. We coming up to you in a second here, man. Hang on there. You ain't got nothing else going on, bro.
Oh, he might be on a staycation or he might be out of town.
He probably on the phone line now with like 10 different shows right now, holding on. We'll get to TC coming up in a second. But my problem is I know people, but we talked about this, Jay. I don't have people. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people.
Yeah, or they know you.
Or they know me. But when it comes time, what you doing this Friday night? Let's go do this. Or what's happening on Wednesday? Let's do this. I ain't got nothing, bro. I'm chilling. I'm on my paddle board. I'm playing golf.
You back on the paddle board?
I went out the other day.
Paddle board?
Friday night.
Okay.
I didn't stand up, though.
It's all right.
I didn't stand up, but
Baby steps, man.
I went out Friday night. And so where the Spades groups at? That's me. Maybe I'm old school.
Them, bro.
Where they at?
You just gotta tie in.
Know. Dog, where?
You know what? what is super interesting,
What?
Drapes, is you are out and about.
I'm
For
always-
sure.
Yeah.
You're definitely out and about. But the one thing that I think you're still lacking in our community is the bridge of the soul of our community.
Right.
There's so much going. I mean, you just talked about it. Like Rakim was in town.
Yeah.
And bad job by me. I had no clue
Didn't know
Rakim
that.
was in Sacramento, let alone around the corner from where we're sitting at right now.
Right.
I drive
Just
by
right
there
down there,
every single day going home to Natomas, literally. Had no clue. And this is not only and it's not a your issue. I used your example in the form of this. Sacramento, surrounding areas. We have got to be better in promoting what we do and who we are. There is a gap, and not to get on the soapbox, not to get on the preach. I don't have to turn up to the Bishop Don Juan or anything. I'm just saying there's so many things that go on in Sacramento that we as a community aren't privy to. Something is missing in our city, Drapes, and I just say zip codes. Let's just leave it like that. Zip codes don't connect enough.
I'm with you on that.
Like there's something that has to be, we need some bridge workers. And me and you are those people, because we're connected to so many different zip codes. But man, there is a deficient part in what's going on in Sacramento in connecting, and we do a terrible job in promoting what's happening in our city.
I'll go a step farther here, Jay, and shout out to my guy Campio. Draper needs my guy to hang with. That's funny. You know where I live at. I live out in Folsom.
Yeah, middle of nowhere.
If you don't hear about what's going on in Sac, it's like a different world. Seriously. Folsom,
For sure.
Roseville,
Granite Bay.
Granite Bay, that whole area up there, it's like it's its own world out there.
It is, man.
But dog, I like to get into the city. That's where I move and groove, big fella. That's where I feel comfortable.
You heard what I said, man. And
So how do I find out
keep it
about these
PC.
events then?
Zip codes. There is a poor job in Sacramento, and it stems from so many different areas that it's not going to be an overnight situation. But there's no way a legend like Rakim comes through Sacramento and everybody's not at least talking about it.
Right.
It doesn't matter where. Listen, I don't listen to country western music to save my life, but you better believe, or I give you another one. I don't listen to rock music, but you better believe Aftershock, Country in the Park, things like that happen, and you know about it. No doubt about it. You better be close to at least know something about it.
Let me hit
Because
you like
if not,
this.
you're going to be stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
You're not going, there's so many different reasons why you need to be up on that.
Let me hit you with this, and we're going to get back to Devin Carter and the Kings coming up in a second. Jay, I'm going to blow through this next break, man.
Yeah,
Take it
for
right
sure.
up to the top. Our radio station and radio group needs to do a better job.
Agreed.
Like you said, we had Wu-Tang Clan come through. I ain't hear nobody, no program directors, no sales. Hey, we got these tickets to promote on Wu-Tang.
Man.
But I best believe we're going to promote some Lumineers. We got 2 for the Lumineers. So not only do I think we need to do a better job zip code wise of what's going on, we need to do a better job in Sacramento, our community, promoting, how should I put this? Different genres of events going on.
Yes.
To your point.
Yes.
The country artists, I got the billboards.
Yeah.
But Wu-Tang, and I know they had a billboard for Golden
Yeah,
One
of
Center
course.
did have a
Yeah,
billboard for Wu-Tang. Nah, come on, 916. This is what I'm talking about right here. Folsomites don't want to commiserate with Orangevalians. That's beneath them. Well, you ain't met the red Folsomites, big fella. I'm telling you, I live in Folsom. Get your boy out and about. Let me know what's going on in the city.
But you're an anomaly, man. That's what the 916 is saying, brother. You know, you don't hobnob down off at the boardwalk, off of Greenback. Come on, man.
I will walk into a place and nobody will know I'm there, bro. That's how I am.
That's how you are. But that's what you heard what I said, Drapes. We're the bridges.
Right.
We try to do our thing. You know, we're trying to take the next steps and alert everybody. But there is a deficient, or there is something that is missing within our Sacramento space. And it starts everywhere. You really, it's in sports, it's in music, it's in culture, it's in community, it's in so many different areas throughout our city that it's amazing the things that happen in our city where you're like, dude, I'm looking for spades groups. I'm looking for dominoes. I'm looking for tunk. I'm looking for go fish or whatever. I don't care what you're looking for.
Where's that?
And then on the opposite, I'm looking for the horseshoes or the chess club or the glee club. Like there's so many different things that happen in Sacramento because we're a huge melting pot. There's so many different bases of how we operate throughout our community. We lack the bridge. We lack the communication. We lack the connectivity through that for whatever reason. And it, you know, we have great people like yourself, like, you know, people who wiggle, as someone said, the 916, the Folsomites and the Orangevalians. Like there's people, there are exceptions to rules. There's people who cross over, no doubt about it. But I have no clue. We have so many great things going on in Sacramento, so many great things that pop up that people like, man, I had no clue.
Right.
I was at the barbershop. Barbershop last week. And I'm sitting here talking to a couple people. They asking me, and I'm like, oh, you know, I had somebody had told me that Raphael Sadiq was in town.
What?
And I said, yeah, I saw it. Because there's a new venue that just popped up called 24th Street Place or 24th Street something, or Channel 24.
Yeah,
or
Channel
something.
24.
I think it was called.
Like that.
Yeah, I should get it right, but they're not paying me. But so the point of it is you hear about things that happen after rather than preceding what's going on. And unless it's really the golden one, there really aren't too many other avenues that you hear unless you're kind of tied to those, you know, branches of the tree.
Yeah.
Or unless you're the anomaly, the one that's, you know, the outside looking in. And I just think we got to do a better job because there is something for everyone.
Right.
So many festivals and so many different markets and so many different museums and so many different things that happen in Sacramento that just doesn't relate around sports. But like one of the things I tell, like Aaron Armstead, friend of the station, right? He just had his camp at Sac State a couple weeks ago. And he is a EAG guy, meaning his agency. And I've worked with them for years. And one of the things I always tell his team is, how in the hell is Eric Armstead's stuff not promoted until the day before? You call me and be like, hey, Jay, can we do this the day before? No, I got 4 other guests.
Right.
Yeah, I can. But at the same time, what does that do for anyone? You're telling me on the Friday, the day of, his comic book is coming out. Shouts out to Eric Armstead. Dropping a comic book that come out Friday night at Sac State. And then the next day he does a camp for the youngsters. How you telling me the day of? Like those are the things that, you know, we have to do better in our community. Carl Granderson Jr. of the Saints from Sacramento just did a bike giveaway a couple weeks ago on a Sunday. Man. I went up there, hollered at some folks. I'm like, how are y'all not promoting this? The event you just went to on Saturday.
Yeah.
You know about it. I didn't.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I don't know what we can do in Sacramento. And there's so many different sporting events that go on. I was just telling, was it Emory? No, just telling someone about Cal Expo, they're having a rugby game up there. And I believe it's between Team USA and Japan.
Really? Okay.
I think it's August 9th because I've been sent a ton of emails. But we're talking about a situation where we're bringing literally the top of the top type nations, their best team. And yeah, Japan ain't New Zealand. They're not Australia, Samoa, America, Samoa, places like that, England. But this is their national team playing Team USA in Sacramento. International game. Has anyone heard about it?
No. I
don't know, Drapes.
916-339-1140. I just want to read some comments real quick. First code Marcus, the culture of Sacramento is north and south. Sac, east and west follow our lead or just don't exist. Jay Wood says, yeah, Sac does a bad job of promoting itself. Socials is the best way to find out things. Radio and TV don't promote events, especially hip hop. Jay Woods, Folsom and Roseville promote their events, but you never hear about anything in Sac.
That's interesting.
I'll tell you what, living in Folsom, I hear about everything from Folsom to Roseville
Hazel
to
and out,
Rockland, to Loomis to Wheatland, like all that way. But Doug, seriously, Rancho, Orangeville, coming, what at? Like
nothing.
No
Rosemont area.
No nothing.
Come on, man. No Arden.
Dude. And you know, the person on social, it's right. Social media is where it's at. But if you're not tapped in, how do you get tapped in?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And everybody's not on social media.
Yeah.
We have tons of listeners, you know, who don't dive into social media.
Think about, hold up, Jay and TC. Hang on. I'm gonna get to you, big fella. We had Rakim in Sacramento.
And
he should have been on the morning shows. He should have been on, you know, the little graphic they put up.
100%.
This is one of the gods of hip hop.
Yes. Founding fathers, so to say. And that's part of this is what's crazy, Drapes, is take it to the Kings conversation. We as Kings fans, we as Sacramentans, we are always defending or feel like we're in a defensive position in most cases because we're not getting our respect. Well, man, if we're not putting on for each other, then how could you not feel some type of way?
Right.
When you have outsiders, when you have the Bay Area.
Do you think we divided, Jay, as a community?
In Sacramento?
Meaning, and I'm not talking just Sac.
Yeah.
I'm talking about our region, including the Elk Groves, the Natomas, the Folsoms. Like, are we segregated out here?
No, but I think in certain instances we are. No, because I've been in other places where, you know, you use the word segregated, but I've been in places where it's not only like I'm not going over there or it's too far to go over there, but it's a no to go over there. Where I think in Sacramento, it really ain't that, you know, that position for the most part.
But and I'm getting personal here, so this is, you know, this is somebody's like on the text line, stop talking about this guy. I'm being personal here.
For sure.
I can't tell you how many people in the Folsom area where I live, relatives, I don't like going to Sacramento, or I'm not going to Sacramento. It's, you know, too many homeless, too many.
What is Sacramento? Folsom is Sacramento. It's just a suburb. I mean, it is Sacramento.
And I had to tell somebody the other day, you know, you're talking about my people. Like, this is where I'm like, this is how I grew up.
Right.
So if you scared to go
inner city,
right, then you scared to go in my neighborhood back home in Philly. And how does that make me feel?
Right. Well, I think that's a bigger question.
Yeah,
that takes it to another level.
Yeah.
But I will say that's for the podcast.
Right.
I think we do a pretty good job in coming together for certain aspects. And that's why I say we defend ourselves when it comes to the Kings. We defend ourselves when it comes to not being the little cousin to the Bay or LA. We defend ourselves when it comes to look at us. We do it big too. We have people coming through our city. We have great sporting events. We have great concerts. We have, headliners come through here. I think we get into a defensive position when it comes to that, and for good reason, because we do have all these opportunities. We do have great venues. We do have great people. We do have, the creme de la creme. We are a Michelin star type city. We got great eateries. Unfortunately, our sporting teams, for the most part, haven't been successful. Sac States, the Kings, Republic have been ultra successful. But I think there is another level to the fact of sharing that too, within ourselves and being understanding. We can come. One thing about Sacramento, we come together a whole hell of a lot when it's time to talk about, we not LA. We ain't the Bay. Right. Forget the Lakers and the Dodgers and all that other stuff. Or man, look at Michael Pena from The Ringer and Kevin O'Connor and Amin and all these guys getting at us. We come together gratefully for that. But there definitely is a lack of togetherness when it comes to being in the city, when you're moving around, when you jump into Folsom and I come to Folsom, or when I'm sliding down Prairie, or when I go over down, I hit off a Mac Road, or when I jump over and go to, Del Paso. Like there's definitely a miss somewhere along the line of our own, bridging our own self together. No doubt about it.
916-339-1140, 916-339-1140. We'll get back to the Kings talk coming up here in just a second. I'll just end this note on this, in this topic on this. As far as I'm concerned, Sacktown Sports 1140, The Drive Guys, is a sports talk radio show. But when it comes to my essence, my core, Jay's core, Kevin, we're a Sacramento radio show. I don't have to talk about who's the third backup big man on the Kings on July 21st for 4 straight hours. We can talk about what's going on in our city and try to connect our city. And as somebody from Philly by way of Boston, I'm trying to be in the community, Jay.
You are.
This is my home. This is my community.
You are.
And so when I talk about it, when you talk about it, it's not to avoid sports or we tired of sports. This is something near and dear to our everyday lives.
Yeah.
No offense to the Kings, Sac Republic, and everything like that. I'm talking about my neighbor, my community, my city, and how, for me, I can be even more entrenched in that. To me, that's more important than, for me, the third string point guard. And we're going to get back to that because we got to talk about Devin Carter coming up in just a second. But I just wanted to put that out there, man, because there's a lot going on in Sac, like you said. And I'm like, damn, I didn't even know.
Man, I find myself saying that too often. And again, as Ramsey comes in behind us, and I put on for Ramsey, 3 of us are in the community quite a bit. We move around. As we're sitting here talking, Ramsey just texts me a picture of my high school alma mater, like, yeah, I'm in your neighborhood.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
And so, no doubt about it. This also, this encompasses everything, Drapes, and that's what you're talking about. We're talking about Kings, Republic, and Sac State and everything else. And when you have conversations with those, how many players come on here, how many analysts come on here and everything else, and they talk about, Sacramento as being great fans and great city, and people love to come here, and we get a bad rap. Damn right. Because we are creme de la creme when it comes to certain stuff. But sometimes it's checks and balances. Sometimes we got to check our own self. Sometimes we got to make sure that we're still on the up and up. And that's part of these conversations. As you said, we could talk about Devin Carter and everybody else. For sure. We're going to talk about it.
Right.
But guess what they're part of? The Sacramento community. No doubt.
We're going to get to the phone lines after the short timeout. Sherry's on hold and TC's on hold. Also got open phone lines. You want to talk about Sacramento, the Kings, Devin Carter. We got to have that conversation. We'll do it next year. It's the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer lets you easily compare direct rates from different insurance companies, so you can be confident you're getting the right one, even if it's not with Progressive. Way more confident than you were when you tried online gaming. Who knew 12-year-old boys could be so mean? And where did they learn to swear like that? 2 hours of losing to these underage trash talkers, and you're starting to question if maybe you really should stick to pickleball and other boomer stuff. So use Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer and be confident you're getting insurance that's right for you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Wells Fargo, we know what got you into your business, whether it's manufacturing, running a restaurant, or your business from home. What you didn't get into your business for was banking. But luckily, Wells Fargo offers business checking, payments, and lending all in one place, in your neighborhood and on our app, so you can focus on doing what you love. Wells Fargo. You're good at business. We're good at business banking. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/business. Terms apply. Wells Fargo Bank and a member FDIC.
Get ready for a summer surprise. It's a holiday celebration at Christmas in July with the Sacramento River Cats. Friday, July 25th at Sutter Health Park is the perfect day to enjoy holiday cheer with your family and friends. Enjoy Christmas music, themed activities, and exciting River Cats baseball action all in one place. Don't miss out on this unique summer event. Get your baseball tickets for Christmas in July at rivercats.com.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sacktown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Shooting lower scores isn't always about changing your swing or equipment. Sometimes it's as simple as changing how you hit certain shots on the course. Molly Braid, a Golf Digest Best Young Teacher, sees a classic mistake on uphill chips. Players will grab a sand wedge thinking the high-lofted club will get the ball in the air, but instead, the ball pops too high and comes up short. Use a club with less loft, Braid says. Grab your pitching wedge, 9-iron, or even 8-iron, depending on how far you hit the ball. Set up with your hips and shoulders in line with the hill. The handle is going to come back, and there will be added loft to the club, so it will have more height, like a sand wedge. Your pitching wedge and your 9-iron don't have as much loft as your sand wedge, but when you're hitting from a steep uphill lie, your pitching wedge is going to produce sand wedge-like results. You'll get that high trajectory up and over the hill to land soft on the green. If that's your Golf to Go, I'm Frank LaRosa.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Some things can steal your sunshine.
Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit Pfizerforall.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
It's back to school season, and Clorox is donating 2 million disinfecting wipes to classrooms across America. Because back to school means things can get a little bit messy. Just ask second grade teacher Mr. Torres.
Put me and just one Clorox wipe on a team, we can take on crayon smudges, sticky fingerprints on every surface, sneezes on the door handle, juice box explosion by the sink, snack crumbs, and don't even get me started on the bathroom passes.
Clorox disinfecting wipes. Teacher's #1 wipe.
Think about it. Bathroom passes.
Clean feels good. Based on unit sales data.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
The Giant Summer Sale is here. Get giant savings on our giant selection only at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save during the Honda Summer Event and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. See all our specials at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda. Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacramento's official home of the 49ers.
San Francisco.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
I keep this energy up if you know it's gonna change. Driving me crazy for what I was getting my late.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Is that my girl? That's Haley V?
That's your girl.
Haley V? Yeah. I thought I recognized her voice right there. That's South Saxon Haley V. Yeah, I do. I know her flow, too. I know her flow. Shout out to Haley V, man. Look her up on all your music platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, if you're still using that, whatever it is.
You still using Pandora?
I still got
man?
Pandora, dude.
My mom's used Pandora, man. Come on, man.
Dog, you know what? Pandora radio, like when you put an artist and then it just plays related songs, they did like Public Enemy Pandora channel. Please, man, please. That's giving me goosebumps. Drive Guys here, Sacktown Sports 1140. Jay, you mentioned Channel 24. I'm just looking at their artists. There's this group that I'm actually a fan of, Death Cab for Cutie.
Never heard of them.
I'm a big Death Cab. They're playing there this Wednesday.
Okay.
Sold out, though.
Go on, man. You Kyle Draper.
I know. I don't know anybody at Channel 24.
Well, they so
though.
new. I have no clue.
Yeah, we may have to. I may have to.
Reach out. Channel 24, folks. If y'all listening,
hit us up. 916-339-1140. All right, let's get back to the Sacramento Kings. Tough loss last night. They battled all the way back. They were down 34-18 to the Charlotte Hornets in their Summer League championship game. And they wound up falling 83-78. A couple of key plays late. Con Knipple misses a free throw. We fail to secure a rebound. Would have made it a chance to take the lead if we would have got that rebound. Instead, we come up just short, 83-78. We talked about Isaac Jones. Is he the first big off the bench for the Sacramento Kings? You can answer that question, 916-339-1140. Talked about Nick Clifford, how great of a summer league it was for him. What can we say about Devin Carter? And we're going to get to TC on the phone lines coming up here in a second. Devin Carter last night, 5 for 16, 13 points, 7 assists, 2 of 10 from 3. My question for you, Kings fans, before I give my take is, what grade would you give Devin Carter? Did he exceed expectations, met expectations, came up short, A, B, C, D, however you want to do it? You can weigh in on the YouTube channel, the text line as well, 916-339-1140. what I see from Devin Carter, and I talked to his dad, Anthony Carter, about this during Summer League. I don't know if we can pigeonhole him as, Devin, you're the backup point guard. You're the backup, the third string point guard. What I like about Devin Carter is he's a playmaker. He's a disruptor defensively. He can get downhill offensively. And I don't know if throwing the whole point guard label on his shoulders is doing him a proper service, if you will. Because he's never been that kind of point guard. He's never ran point. I'm going to set it up. I got to get 9 assists tonight or anything like that. He's what they call a hooper, if you know what I mean. Just put him out there and let him do his thing. The problem is Sacramento got a lot of guards. So where's Devin Carter's minutes going to come in? 916-339-1140. I want to hear from you. I think when it comes to Devin Carter, he's sort of almost in that Keon Ellis mold like this. When we need something to pop off, when we need somebody to make a play, that's Devin Carter. And that's why I thought him and Jake LaRavia worked so well together and threw Keon in that mix. They were scrappy. To me, Devin Carter can be our Jose Alvarado, if you will. Can be a disruptor out there, maybe slightly better offensively, but he's one of those guys that helps a team, but it may not always show up in the box score. So when I look at Devin Carter's Summer League numbers, and I got every box score from the Summer League the Kings played this season.
That must have been Kings PR handing them to you.
No, I actually printed it out today, big fella. I got my Kevin Whitey Gleason on and printed it out. Devin Carter last night, 5 of 16. Devin Carter against the Raptors on Saturday, 3 of 10. Devin Carter against Cleveland, 3 for 9. Devin Carter against Orlando, 2 for 14. Devin Carter against Chicago, 10 of 13. And Devin Carter against Phoenix, 7 of 12. What I'm saying when it comes to Devin Carter and his impact on the game, I don't think we should look at the box score night in and night out. To me, Devin Carter is a young game changer a la Marcus Smart. Now, Smart can run an offense a little better, but he has a knack for making plays out there defensively. And so while the numbers I just read don't jump off the screen, and I see you, Afro, on the YouTube chat, he's not bashful when it comes to getting up shots. That's because the narrative is go out there, you got to beat a man, get shots up, run the offense, do everything. I don't think that's Devin Carter's game. I think Devin Carter's game is come in, wreak havoc, bust up your offense, make life difficult for you, and contribute when he can offensively. We can't put Devin Carter in this box and say, Devin, I need you to be our backup point guard. I need you to give me 14 points and 8 assists tonight off the bench. That's not his game. And I think almost I know it was a fact-finding mission, but we almost are doing him a disservice. Sort of reminds me of Greg Popovich trying Jeremy Sohan at point. He wanted to see, could you run it? No, you can't, but that doesn't mean you can't help us out. And so with Devin Carter, you might not be the number 2 point guard or the number 3 point guard, but what you do is valuable to our team, and we got to find minutes for you. 916-339-1140. Jay, should I get TC first and then we can continue this? TC been holding. He's probably like, yo, don't you know I'm caller royalty? When I call, I get right through. TC, calm down, big fella. You finally got on. You're on with Drapes and Jay.
Hold on. Hey, hold on. Before we even get started, hold on, man. Mike, check. Drake, you always with the side button, but you my dog, though. I got love for you, bro. You always try to throw the side button. TC, wait, hold on, man. Drake, you fired up. You've been out a few weeks. I see you.
You right. I'm back in the saddle, though, baby. What's going on, man?
Hey, but listen, though. I seen what I seen, though, from Summer League. I'm going to take a different perspective. I seen everything I need to see from Maxine and Neek. What I would say about Max, I want you to get stronger, brother, on rebounds, stronger in general, and I want you to block shots better. Other than that, you will be in the rotation. Neek, Doug's going to work on him with playing defense without fouling because he got it. He just got to find out when to reach, when not to reach. Other than that, bro, I see it. Isaac Jones, everybody on his team. So this is the problem with Kings fans, right? Some Kings fans. I can't speak on everybody, right? But everybody wants something to complain about, right? Isaac Jones just showed you that he's a rotational piece. He's a stretch big. Kings fans, we get so tuned into being negative that we overlook that we develop guys in the G League. Keon Ellis, Isaac Jones, these dudes that come up in the G League, bro. We got people in the backyard, but we always want to reach out talking about, let's go get this old wing. We need this center. Bro, we got people in the backyard that just need minutes. That's where I'm at with it, bro. This team is going to be fine, bro. If we was to start the season today with this team, big dog, bro, we'd be top 8. I give you top 10 because everybody going to say, oh, no, TC, you slipping. So I say top 10 just to please everybody. If we stop today with this team, bro, we top 10, bro. That's how I feel right now, dog. I'm not purple lenses or nothing. I'm just being honest, bro. We got to stop being – I get on here being negative too sometimes, bro. But we get caught up in that too much, man, and we overlook the talent that we got at hand, homie.
TC, what do you think of Devin Carter? What do you think of Devin Carter?
Devin Carter showed me point guard, no. But him as a piece, we need that, bro. We always talk about defensive. We need his defense and rebounding. That's what we need. We don't need him averaging 12 assists, Chris Paul, none of that. We need you, Devin, to come in when we need you. Go lock that guy down, draw havoc, bro, and go grab 5 or 6 rebounds. We need that, Kings fans. We need it. That's all I got, Drake.
Check it with TC. Appreciate you holding on, TC. 916-339-1140. You want to follow that up, give us a call. What do you think of Devin Carter, Jay? Because, the experiment was him at point guard. People wanted to see how he runs the point. Afro says Devin Carter may not be a point guard on offense, but he needs to be able to disrupt point guards on defense. And I think he does. I think he can do that. What do you think?
I think he's a combo guard.
Right.
He's one of them guys. I think why people are trying to put him in the box, first of all, as you said, this isn't the first time we've seen NBA teams try things during the summer league. Remember, we can go back to Miami Heat trying the big fella, my guy, big fella, Miami Heat, Asia Wilson's boy.
Oh, Bam Adebayo. Yeah. Bam Adebayo.
Yeah. Remember, they were trying to see if he could handle some things, bring the ball up the court during the summertime too. So we got to see it up close and personal here in California Classic. This isn't something that's an anomaly. We understand that. We get it. I think he is a combo guard. I think you're spot on. I think defensively on the point guard, defensively trying to guard point guards is perfect. That's what he does.
Right.
Offensively, he's going to be somebody, as you said, Jose Alvarado's perfect. He's going to be someone that's going to have to hit shots to stick. And we know hitting shots means hitting three-pointers. I think he has the ability to take it off the dribble. As you talked about last week, HT High Flyer will be joining us this week, talked about it as well. He still hasn't figured out when to get rid of it, when to dish it, when to go up with it, when to pull it back out. And those are point guard duties. And so it's going to take a little time. If he never masters it, he's someone that we know can handle the ball, but I'm not exactly sure if he's going to be able to operate the offense at the best flow. But I do think he's a combo guard. He's somebody that the Kings need in rotation, just to, if nothing else, defensively, he goes out and he plays hard. And we've seen it with him and Keon and Jake LaRavia was the third part of that party. At one point in time, I think Nick Clifford could be a part of that. I really think he has an opportunity to stick in this league of being a pesterer, if that's a word. Yeah. And I think he has to, like Jose Alvarado, since we're using him as the example, Jose Alvarado, and I need to look this up, but Jose Alvarado, especially I remember for the Pelicans, he hit timely buckets.
Right.
And that's what you're going to need from Devin Carter to get the best out of him. We know he can rebound, Drapes.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. He's one of the best to do it from the guard position. We know he can play some defense. I think the last part of his game in the NBA is kind of what Keon Ellis is coming around to be. You're going to have to knock down a shot. You're going to have to put up a few points offensively because you're playing heavy minutes. And the last part of it is you need to be able to kind of be a Swiss Army knife offensively. You got to be able to do a few things, if not be able to do one thing great. And so I think that's where Devin Carter is. But right now, he definitely has a spot and position for the Kings. I'm not sure if it's 10 minutes. I'm not sure if it's 15 minutes.
Right.
And I'm damn sure not sure if it's 25 minutes. But I do think he has some rhythm to being on this squad right now.
I'm with you on that. And I want to read what Folsom Mike just said. Can't agree with you more, Drapes. Devin is just a baller. He'll find a way to affect the game, most likely on D, and that's an asset to a good team and someone you want to play with. But with Keon rising, there's not going to be a ton of minutes for him, but there'll be quality minutes, so all good.
They kind of do the same thing, don't they?
Yeah, but and the only difference, Keon has been able to knock down the shot.
Yes.
You know, and the thing about Keon, too, I don't feel Keon ever does more than he's capable of offensively. You know what I mean? He's not getting in his bag, break it down. Whereas I feel like at times, Devin, I talked about the over penetration. You rarely see that from Keon.
Yeah, he stays in his lane.
Stays in his lane. Right. Exactly. And, you know, for Devin, who has that chip on his shoulder, you know, the dude is like, you know, he walks around with that swag. Maybe he has to learn that. But are we being a little too hard on Devin in this regard, Jay? Dude played 36 games last season. He ain't even play a full rookie season.
Yeah.
And we got fans, people out here expecting him to be Chris Paul 2.0 and the backup spot or something like that.
I got you.
It's like, dude, 36 games in the regular season. One summer league. Think about it. Let's say this was his first year. He played 36 games. It'd be, let's say, by January, February. Would we be ready to trade him already? Like, why are fans so out at times on this guy when he's only had 36 games, hasn't had a full training camp, hasn't had a healthy offseason, one summer league, and all of a sudden, people want this guy to be a finished product?
You know why? I think the perception of Devin Carter for Kings fans is he's a piece to get another piece that is a proven commodity, or at least closer to a proven commodity, because he's one of the people, like we've heard this quite a bit. Where's the value? Who's valued on the Sacramento Kings by other teams throughout the league? We've had that conversation for so many times and so many different instances, because we're like, okay, well, DeMar can only play in 3 different places. Zach LaVine's got one of the worst contracts. Is Domas really a star? Like the Kings players are questioned quite a bit through NBA circles, and Kings fans question it. I think Keegan and Devin Carter coming into what Nick Clifford and Max put, now they've joined the squad. But I think if you ask people prior to or Summer League, you would almost have to agree that most people around here and probably in NBA circles believes Devin Carter and Keegan have the most value for the Sacramento Kings, because he is an unknown commodity. And so I think Kings fans are looking at it in the form of, and let's just use Jonathan Kuminga. Well, if we can get Kuminga and all we got to do is give up Devin Carter and a first rounder, then I'm all in. And I think that's why you continuously keep hearing about Devin Carter not living up or not being ready, or he can't play this or he can't do that. And I think that's why you see a lot of Kings fans giving up, is because his name has been mentioned as a trade piece, a chip to get a better player in their eyes.
916-339-1140. Call us up right now if you want to weigh in on the Devin Carter conversation. How would you grade him out? Did he meet your expectations at the Summer League? Did he fall short of expectations? Where do you see him fitting in? Michael Meck Jr. says, let the guard rotation be Dennis Schroeder, Keon, Monk, and Carter. Where does Nick Clifford fall in on that? Is he a 2? Is he a 3?
I don't know. I mean, look, according to Scott Perry, he can be anything from a backup point guard to our backup 3.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right. No, you're right. Somebody says 100% agree with Jay on the timely baskets comment. A lot of people feel that Devin could be a Jose Alvarado type as well. From the 916, I'm with you, Drapes. He could be an Alvarado for the Kings, but the team needs a defined direction and he needs a defined role. Last season, it looked like guys were not on the same page. Alas, DeMar trying to go one-on-one until the last 8 seconds of the shot clock and then passing it to another guy who doesn't know what the plan is.
I agree with that. I think we all can agree with that. But not a built-in excuse, because I don't want anybody like, Jay, you giving these dudes excuses. I'm not saying that. I totally agree with that conversation. I thought when the going got tough, they just threw it to DeMar, even Zach sometimes.
Yeah.
I think they were all trying to figure out, so much commotion and everything going on. And I know that's not an excuse. These dudes get paid a whole hell of a lot of money to figure it out. No doubt about it. But it is, you do have to get a plan solidified. You do need to have some camaraderie. And it was just so much going on last year. And I think that's why, Drapes, you've talked about it a few times. They were together for such a short time last year, and there was so much commotion going on. You're intrigued to see how this team, with an off season, with a couple of new guys, some younger folks infused in it, Devin Carter being healthy, Domas being healthy, Doug being a solidified coach, a different, regime running the front office. That I'm interested to see the first half of or first third of the season. And if it ain't clicking, if all cylinders aren't moving as one, then I'm willing to say, this ain't it. I might have a quicker leash than most people, but I am intrigued to see what it's going to look like coming off an off season.
Right.
No doubt about it.
Right. I want to see what it looks like. Trey says Devin Carter is a piece and will get minutes as a point guard because you need a guy out there like him as a perimeter defender against these tough guards in the West.
I agree with that.
Let's talk about that too. When you look at our perimeter defense, you got Dennis Schroeder, who's your bet, Keon, and then Devin. And somebody said, when it comes to Devin Carter, treat him like, from the 970, Kings need to run the guard rotation like the Pelicans did 2 years ago on us. Lots of bodies, lots of defense. Who does that also? The Pacers. You were thinking that too?
Yeah.
They throw some bodies out there, waves at you.
A bunch of them.
Yeah.
From TJ to Ty to Neesmith to
Ben
Shepard.
Shepard.
They throw a bunch of guys.
They throw a bunch of bodies. 916-339-1140. Jay, should I take Dave on line one? Yeah, Dave, what's up, man? You're rocking with Jay and Drapes here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140.
Hey, guys, I just want to talk about Carter real quick. The issue he's got is I don't think he's going to get minutes because between Schrader, Malik, Keon, Clifford, who's he playing in front of those 4 guys? He's not getting minutes in front of any of those 4 guys. And there's not enough minutes to go around.
No, I mean, that's
there?
Yeah, I got you, Dave. You got me? I mean,
yeah, I got you.
That's the $1 million question, right? If you're Sacramento, Like, what do you do minutes-wise? Malik got to get minutes. Keon got to get minutes. Nick Clifford got to get minutes. And so is Devin Carter a 10-minute-a-night kind of guy?
How are you going to find 10 minutes? Start adding it up at the guard spot. There's no way. You're going to struggle to get 10 minutes for Clifford.
And you might be right, Dave. I hope not. But Clifford can play some three also. So, like, I think what you're going to see, sort of like Indiana, where you got Neesmith playing the three, Shepard sometimes playing the three, sometimes you go small. Because we're so guard heavy, and I go back to what we started our conversation with at 2:00 with the re-signing of Doug McDermott. Is Doug McDermott our backup three?
I think it's Nick Clifford.
Exactly.
I think they're going into this as Nick Clifford is going to be able to play the three. I also wouldn't be surprised if you see a lot of small ball.
Right.
Just for what Dave is talking about. It may not be ideal, but I do think you're going to see a lot of Nick Clifford playing the three. I wouldn't be surprised if you see DeMar push up and play a little more three this year, a la 2 type situation. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Zach LaVine jump down on the block here and there and play the three. I think they're going to be small ball heavy because they have no doubt the group that has the most talent is coming out the guard position for this team right now.
Right.
No doubt about it.
Right.
And so you have to find time and you have to find minutes for the best, your best players on your squad compared to now. You might run out there, Zach LaVine, and stick of somebody 6'9". We've seen it. We've seen DeMar do it quite a bit last year, stick a lot of people's 4 as well. So I just think you're going to see that. I believe Dougie McBuckets, just like I said with Dario Sarge, they're hired guns, Drapes. I really do. I don't think you run those guys out 60 minutes a game. 60 games a year.
Yeah.
But I do think there's an opportunity, and you'll see it. We all know those spots in the game. Man, we down 8, nothing really happening. Let's go to Dougie McBucket, see if we can get something going. Now, the problem was there was a lot of instances where he didn't hit when we needed him to hit.
When he hit, yeah.
But I think that's an anomaly. He's been a good shooter, if not a great shooter throughout his career. Last year, just didn't happen for him.
Yeah. 916-339-1140. More on this conversation. Plus, I want to switch gears. I got to talk about what transpired in the WNBA this weekend. You can call in and weigh on that. We'll touch on that as well as the Drive Guys continues here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A-plus Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal, you should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Low Cash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Sponsored by the California Army National Guard and Hop Valley Brewing. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time. The next time you're out to dinner with friends, you can order the shrimp cocktail for the table. And maybe you'll realize it only comes with 4 shrimp after you've already given away 3, but that one shrimp will be so good. And if you switch and save hundreds, you could get shrimp all the time. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For shrimp. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9861. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9861. That's 800-575-9861. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Fargo, your virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, makes banking faster and easier. Like this.
Fargo, what did I spend on groceries last month?
And this.
Fargo, turn off my debit card.
And this.
Fargo, what's my checking account routing number?
And that's just the beginning. Do you, Fargo? You can in the Wells Fargo mobile app. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/getfargo.
Fargo is only available on the smartphone versions of the Wells Fargo mobile app. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
The summer sell down is on at Maida's Elk Grove Chevy. Save $4,250 off MSRP. Every new 2025 Colorado, C71, CR2, and Trail Boss in stock. And Maida Chevy saves you $3,000 off MSRP. Every new 2025 Trax in stock. $4,250 off new Colorado. $3,000 off Trax. Exclusively at the Maida Chevy Supercenter. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Current customer Gold Star business or ZP member not available with other offers.
Come check out Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Plenty of well-lit parking available, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. And remember, Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Your afternoon home for Kings Talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Jay, your boy found secondary market tickets for Death Cab for Cutie. Okay. Because they sold out at Channel 24. Sold out. All right, okay. But I checked on this app. I don't want to give out no free
come
pub.
on. It's tips and tricks, bro.
It's about $105. Okay. Ain't bad. I might decides to do that Wednesday. Doors open. Show starts at 7, I think. So it'd be perfect. Get off of here. Mob on over there.
Got time.
I got time. So probably do that on Wednesday. 916-339-1140. Back with the Drive Guys here, Drapes and Jay. We're going to switch gears to the WNBA coming up in a second because it was a potpourri of content, I'm calling it, this weekend for the WNBA, the All-Star game in Indianapolis. this past weekend. The parties were crazy, the live streams, the games, and then the T-shirts that the women wore. Pay us what you owe us. We'll get into that coming up in a second. But AC's been hanging on for a few minutes here on the Drive, guys. 916-339-1140. What's up, AC? You're on with Drapes and Jay.
Hey, Drapes, did you pay all your bills from Las Vegas?
You know what? I don't want to get into my business, big fella, but your boy wound up okay. A-okay. Just so you know. A-okay.
So I just wanted to call in because you invited us in and you were asking about the Summer League and what we thought about Devin Carter and the others. I think you guys hit it right on the head. Devin Carter has rebounding as a guard, which isn't that common. He's a go-getter. He's always going to put forth the effort. And even though it's Summer League, they took that other team all the way to the end in the championship game. And Neek and Devin Carter and Isaac Jones was freaking out of his mind. So I hope they give him some more minutes this year. And I think you're exactly right. Neek is going to be like one of those Swiss Army knife players. He's going to be able to back up here and back up there. So I don't think we have to worry about him too much.
No, I'm with you. Thanks, AC. Appreciate the call. And also, I think when you look at Devin Carter, too, it's one thing to look a certain way in Summer League when you're supposed to be the guy. It's another thing when you're the fifth option out there with DeMar, Zach, Domas. How do you play with that group? Are the shots better looks for you if you're Devin Carter? Are you only tasked with your one job, create havoc defensively, knock down some open shots? The fact that Devin Carter didn't come out, drop 25 a night, 10 assists, would I have liked that? Yes. But does that mean he can't fit in as the fifth guy on the floor, the fourth guy on the floor when you're playing with, we might not need Devin Carter this offense to drop 20 because you got Zach, you got DeMar, you got Malik, you got other players. The Pelicans don't need Jose Alvarado to come out there and turn into Prime Jordan. They don't need him to drop 20, create some havoc on defense, knock down a couple of open shots. I think we sometimes fall into the trap of everybody got to be Derek White or this Jaylen Brown or something. There's room for guys that average 6 points, 7 points, create some. Let me look. I got Jose Alvarado's numbers up right here. 10 points, 4.6 assists, 36% from three. He's going into his fifth year. Devin Carter's going into his 37th game. 37th game. Why are we asking this guy to be a complete finished product right now and some people ready to give up on him when a dude only played 36 games last season? 916-339-1140. All right, Jay, switching gears. I've been wanting to dive into this all weekend, big fella. The WNBA. And I'm going to ask my texters, my YouTubers, my callers, if you want to just say, nobody cares, save your time. Don't do it. I don't want to hear it. I'm not going to reference that on the show. The WNBA held its All-Star Weekend this past week. No Caitlin Clark dealing with the groin injury. She was there, though, as the coach of Team Caitlin. And it looked like a vibe on social media. They were partying. They were having a good time. I didn't get a chance to see the game because I was out. Apparently not a whole lot of defense was played. But the headline that came out of the weekend, Jay, was that the players all decided to wear warm-up T-shirts that had the phrase, pay us what you owe us. Right now, the WNBA and their Players Association are engaged in new CBA talks. And the level of discourse when it comes to the WNBA, and I'm going to blow past this break again, Jay. I think Jose on vacation or time off, so we ain't got to worry about it. But the level of discourse when it comes to WNBA is just off the charts right now. It's out of pocket. It's gone off the rails. Here's why the WNBA players feel like they deserve more. Pay us what you owe us. I'll start off by saying their message isn't pay me what the men are being paid. The WNBA players reportedly only receive 9.3% of league revenue. The NBA players receive anywhere from 49 to 51%. Caitlin Clark, who you could argue is a bigger name than some of the NBA stars right now, her base salary, $78,000. I went on the WNBA team store and looked up how much is Caitlin Clark's jerseys. $100 a jersey. You know, it's the number one selling jersey in the league. I see them. I saw them at Summer League. People wearing Caitlin Clark jerseys. Based on their revenue model, 9.3%, the players get $9 for every $100 that's sold jersey-wise, let's say. So let's just take Caitlin Clark. For every jersey that is sold, she gets $9. I'm just boiling it down to the grassroots level. You can't tell me Caitlin Clark salary shouldn't be more than $78,000. How much does she bring in ticket-wise? Jay, they've had to move games from the regular arenas to the bigger arenas to have more capacity. How many jerseys has she sold? Concessions, new TV deal. We got to talk about that. The WNBA has a new TV deal that I believe starts next year. It's an 11-year media rights deal worth $2.2 billion, $200 million per year. We've seen teams come in as expansion teams. The buy-in is now anywhere from 50 with the Valkyries paid to 250 going forward, 250 million going forward. That's why the women deserve more money. If you're not going to pay the players that, who the hell gets all that money when Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Nafisa Collier, AJ Will, I could go on and on. They grew this league to now they have this TV rights deal, Jay. And for some reason, people are like, well, the league lost money. How about this? I looked up the NBA's first CBA.
Ever?
Okay. I believe it was 1983, maybe just in modern time. In 1983, this is at Magic and Bird are taking over the league.
Yeah.
Guess how much NBA players got percentage-wise? The first one.
25%.
53%, Jay. And these women are getting 9%. You can't tell me Caitlin Clark, Adrian, all of them don't deserve a bigger piece of the pie. That's all they're asking. They're not asking for $60 million contracts like Shea, $70 million. They're asking, how come we only get 9.3%?
So as a whole,
right,
as a one ball of wax, they want more of the pie.
Exactly.
Got you.
And for some reason, the naysayers are saying, well, Drapes, their league lost money. I'll tell you what. If Bonneville, Sacktown Sports, Cage TK is losing money, I'm going to call it like it is, Jay. That ain't my problem. I'm bringing in the ads. I'm doing my part. You know what I mean? Caitlin Clark Angel Reese is doing her part.
Right.
Maybe your management need to be better where you spend money, your finances or whatever. How can you be, I'm talking going forward now.
Right.
I'm not talking 1997,
Yeah,
2005. I'm talking about
Houston Comets.
Yeah, I'm talking about $200 million a year TV deal.
Yeah.
Sold out arenas. Golden State Valkyries, they done sold out every arena. Like, I understand they lost money in the past, but I'm looking at the future. And so I don't think the women are asking for any back pay or anything like that. They're saying going forward, we need more than 9%.
It's a difficult conversation to have when you're involving people losing money, and the equation has not been in the player's favor up to this point. That's the tough part, I think, for the naysayers, Drapes, in the form of, it's kind of like music. It's like royalties. We've been fronting y'all for so long that now you might break even. It's time for me to recoup some of that money compared to give it to you. But it's like this too, Drapes. On the opposite side, I'm with you. We talked about a little earlier in the show when we come to Kings history and figuring it out, and the emotions that come across is something's always bad going to happen. It's kind of like that with the WNBA. Is we know it's been good for a lot of people. It's been great for their fans, but now they're opening up to a different set of demographic to where it looks like they'll be able to, if nothing else, break even. If nothing else, they'll be able to break even or get close to it, or you won't hemorrhage as much money. And so I'm with you, Drapes. Hey, listen, you guys decided at some point in time that you were going to put this league up, and you knew what it was, even if this was on foundational status, even if you knew you were losing money, you decided to have an organization in the league, in the WNBA. You locked into a deal, a contract, and hell, if you want to sell it, go ahead. You can do that too. I think pushing forward, you're going to start to see, and this is where I think the conversation, the battle is going to be, is I think you're going to see the ownership group in the league say, we've been playing with negative money when it comes to the WNBA for so long that now we might be able to recoup it. That's where I think they're going to fight the 9%. Now, they'll probably budge on a little bit of percentage, no doubt about it, because they also see the future could change as we move forward. When you're getting $2.2 billion, like you said, $200 million a year, if nothing else, that brings me even. But I'm not sure how much more they're going to be willing to budge unless you get some, like you said, some new blood, some new ownership. Joe Lacob, who hasn't really had the druthers of losing so much money over the last 10 years. There's a reason. If you really pay attention to it, Drapes, and I know you do, but I'm speaking to the listeners. When you look at the WNBA, there's a reason why the WNBA organizations kind of jump around a little bit. Is because after about 4, 5, 6, 7 years, you see ownership groups like, yeah, you know what, I'm spending way too much money and I'm not getting nothing back from it. Compared to the people who have an ultra amount of money, the Dolans, New York. It doesn't matter. MSG, we good. Honestly, this might damn near be a write-off for me. Like you see certain organizations operate in that form. But no doubt you see the Connecticut Sun jump from over here, and Houston goes bye-bye, the Monarchs go bye-bye. And for so many different reasons of organizations, but when it really comes down to it, it's the crispy dollar. So I don't know what they're going to do moving forward, because it's like we've had this conversation before. It sounds familiar, doesn't it? College players versus the NCAA.
Yeah.
And then if we're going to pay college players in football and basketball and sometimes in baseball and a few other money making sports, well, what do we do with the water polo? What goes on with the equestrian team?
Right.
What about the bowling squad? Who's playing, who's paying the tennis player? And then the next conversation was, well, if we play the men, we got to play the women too, right? So these are the same conversations we've been having over the last, I feel like 50 years. Now we're here at the WNBA because it feels like, and I haven't done the math as much as you, but it feels like they're getting closer to breaking even. It feels like they're not on the negative. There's not a negative sign in front of the money. It seems like they're getting close to being on the positive side. And now the players are like, Caitlin Clark, Asia Wilson, like you said, Sabrina Ionescu, all the Paige Beckers, Skylar Diggins, like all these different women who are now becoming stars of their own. It's going to be an interesting fight, man. Because I'll ask you, if you were supporting a business, you had a pizza shop, and it was part of a chain. Let's just say it's part of Papa John's. I don't know. Domino's. It's part of Domino's. But you were in it for the I guess for the love of it. To be a part of Domino's, to say you own the pizza spot, whatever. I don't know why WNBA organizations were being, when they were losing quote unquote $100 million a year, why they were still sticking around. But for whatever reason. And now all of a sudden, you up. Instead of spending $2 million a year and being in a hole, now you like, ooh, I might even make $100K off this year. But then your employees come back and say to you, Drapes, nah, man, it's time for us to get a little more money. How would you feel? Put yourself on the opposite side of it.
Well, I get it from the owner standpoint.
Yeah.
But and this is exactly what's happening, Jay. For years, the WNBA is losing money. Players getting 9.3%. Going forward, you can't tell me this league is going to be losing money when I got it right here, Jay. Cleveland paid $250 million to enter into the league.
Yeah.
Detroit paid $250 million. Philly paid $250 million. And you got a $200 million a year TV deal coming. So what the players are saying is, all right, all this new money is coming in.
Right.
Now it's time for us to also get a bigger piece of the pie.
I'm with that.
That's what's happening.
I'm a player person anyway.
And that's one thing. And I also got to bring up, Jay, because this pisses me off. As soon as you start talking about women's sports, I'm tuned out. I'm done. I can't take this. Why we got to go down this rabbit hole and things like that? To me, that shows me much more about you than this station right here. I don't know what it is, and especially about the WNBA. But when it comes to people talking about their sport, their athletes, it is the most, how should I put it? It's almost like Reddit in real life. You know how some of the Reddit comments be just out of pocket?
Yeah.
Like the WNBA can't even have a damn all-star game. Can't even. Kelsey Plum says something the other day about Team Caitlin not having, not being present at their morning meeting. And I looked at the clip, and I don't know if you had the clip, Jay. We may have find it or not. I should have let you know about this. And she, in my opinion, was clearly making a joke that Team Caitlin was out partying the night before, and they weren't present because the meeting was so early. But yet the narrative is, oh, they're taking shots. Like, I feel like that league, for some reason, whether it's their own PR, whether it's sexism, I don't know what it is, but it is always, reality is always different than what the narrative is. It's never simple for some reason. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Too many hard fouls on Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese is that. It's always something with this league. And I'm trying to figure out why it is.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
As a fan of the WNBA, has the WNBA always promoted themselves correctly?
No. And that's part of my issue, too. The commissioner doesn't do a good job with PR. The organizations don't do a good job with PR. Even some of the people who talk WNBA for a living don't do a good job.
Yeah.
It's like they're dropping the ball on all of this, Jay. And I just don't get it. You got Caitlin Clark, who I'm going to call the golden goose.
Oh, yeah.
She is the magic and bird of the WNBA.
I'll say it. I think I can't remember if you were here or not. I'll say this. Caitlin Clark, and I'm willing to argue this. Caitlin Clark is the biggest white superstar since Larry Bird.
Michael Phelps? Or are you talking?
I'm talking about basketball.
Oh, just basketball?
She's the biggest white superstar.
Steve Nash? No.
Nah, Canadian.
Jokic?
Not from the United States.
Not from the United States. You might be right.
She is the biggest white basketball star since Larry Bird.
Chris Mullin? No.
Nah. She's bigger than Steve Nash.
Yeah.
Would you agree to that?
Yeah,
okay.
Right.
Would you agree she's bigger than Jokic?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because here, what Caitlin Clark does transcends basketball.
She already has.
Right. She's on all the talk shows, social media following. Like,
she's a superstar.
Where she moves. And I liken it like this to Steph Curry and LeBron. Wherever they go, they impact the economy in that city. When LeBron's in town, sell out.
That's
Steph.
right. That's right.
Same thing. When Caitlin Clark's in, they got to move it from this small venue to this big venue.
Right. Mandalay to the T-Mobile.
Yep.
She is, and I can't remember, it must have been Whitey. If you really sit down and look at it, after Larry Bird, who was the next great white superstar in basketball?
Are you saying from America?
Mm-hmm.
Superstar.
Yeah. Mullin wasn't a superstar. He's a star.
No, you're right. Because I could think of some Europeans like Dirk and Nash and you know from Canada. That's a great point.
I truly think she has awakened a demographic that has been looking to fill that void.
John Stockton, somebody saying? But I don't think Stockton moved the needle. Like, he was great, but
and Utah didn't help him.
Right.
Put it this way. This is the reason why John Stockton ain't Caitlin Clark. You watch the 30 for 30 or the Dream Team biography or documentary. Remember, there was a point in there and they were talking about, and John Stockton was saying he was with his family, his wife, and their kids, and someone was walking around with a John Stockton jersey.
Yeah.
And he's walking by, I had
no idea.
No clue. This dude was just walking through the city like as if he was no one.
Nobody.
But Barkley, David Robinson, these guys were strutting through the city, Barcelona and all the places, and people were falling over, fainting.
Right.
If Caitlin Clark walks through China right now,
come on, man.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows. Caitlin Clark walked down the street in Sacramento.
People know.
That's Caitlin Clark. That's, yeah. Come on, man.
She's a superstar. And the toughest part that I think moving forward before we break, and we could talk about this a little more, is the same argument that I've asked. It's coming down to Caitlin Clark, Asia Wilson, Paige Becker, Skylar Diggins, all these people.
Yeah.
They for sure deserve to get paid like stars. Damn sure more than $78K.
Yeah, 78. Come on.
But what do you do to the person the rookie that nobody knows?
That's why you got the rookie scale, right? That's why you got the league minimum.
But how can you balance out paying Caitlin Clark? You know what? I'm going to give you $10 million, and the rookie scale is $78K.
Cause Jay, I can see Shea Gilgeous getting $70 million.
Yeah.
And my boy Mason Jones and two-way players
$800K
getting a couple $100,000 or whatever it is. It's just
right.
That's how it is.
You're right.
The stars get paid. 916-339-1140. We done went over. We're going to take a break. More Drive Guys next on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Is your concrete sinking? Whether it's your driveway, sidewalk, or patio, those uneven surfaces are not just ugly, they're dangerous. That's where Groundworks comes in. They use state-of-the-art concrete lifting solutions to prevent tripping hazards, and they're the best at what they do. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Summer's flying by, and that back-to-school checklist, it's growing fast. New backpack? Check. School supplies? Check. Dentist appointment? Let's fix that. Kids Care Dental and Orthodontics is making it easy to cross dental checkups off your summer list fast, with priority scheduling for new patients and kid-friendly care that makes them smile. It's one less thing to worry about before fall. Call now or book online at kidscaredental.com. That's kidscaredental.com, because healthy smiles should be the easiest thing to check off your summer list.
A couple years ago, I was in the bathroom at the airport when I dropped my smartphone in the toilet. Not smart. I was multitasking when I should have been focused on the job at hand. Embarrassing, but I'm not alone. According to Google, 7 million other multitaskers accidentally dropped their phones into the bowl last year. A gentle reminder that right now you can get yourself a brand new Samsung Galaxy A36 absolutely free with a $35 plan from Pure Talk. The A36 comes with scratch-resistant Gorilla Glass and a battery that'll last all day, along with unlimited talk, text, and data on America's most dependable 5G network. In other words, it's tough and smart. Something to think about next time you're multitasking in the necessary. Just dial pound 250, say keyword Mike Rowe to get your free phone today. You can make the switch in just 10 minutes. That's pound 250. Say Mike Rowe to switch to a no-nonsense smartphone and a company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-838-6767. That's 800-838-6767.
Whitey here, and I want to remind you, not all grills are created equal. The Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers are built different, built better, and built to last, with features other grills can't match, complete with a lifetime warranty. It's a great time to find out for yourself because Napoleon's Pro Summer Blast is on right now. Save up to $400 today on a Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Grill. Become the envy of your neighborhood. Offer ends July 31st, 2025. Visit your local Green Acres Nursery and Supply and get grilling today on your new Napoleon Prestige Pro Grill. Napoleon Stainless Steel Grills, simply the best.
There was always a crowd gathered around our dining table when I was growing up. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Everyone was welcome at my mother's table, so holidays, birthdays, and celebrations always included family and friends. I used to think I was the most popular kid in the neighborhood until I realized that my friends were really there for my mother's incredible cooking. Years later, when I bought my own dining table from Naturewood, I made sure it was large enough to make friends feel welcome. And right now, during Naturewood Home Furnishings Dine in Style sale, you have an opportunity to find the perfect dining room furniture to help you create your own treasured memories. Choose from casual to formal, or anything in between. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings during the Dine in Style sale off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
And we're back live during a Flex Alert. Dialed in on the thermostat. Oh, we're pre-cooling before 4 p.m., folks.
And that's the end of the third. Time to set it back to 78 from 4 to 9 p.m. Clutch move by the home team. What's the game plan from here on out?
Laundry?
Not today.
Dishwasher?
Sidelined.
What a performance by Team California. The power truly is ours.
During a Flex Alert, pre-cool, power down, and let's beat the heat together.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hobbit, a Hobbit Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Hobbit Employee Pricing Plus sales event?
We're going all in on Ram this month
with not just employee pricing, but huge emphasis on the plus you can only get at Hoblet. Right now, save up to $16,000 off MSRP on new 2025 Ram 1500 crew cabs.
What about those hard-to-find Ram heavy duties?
If you're looking for something bigger, save up to $13,500 off MSRP on the hard-to-find brand new 2025 heavy-duty Ram 2500s and 3500s, with 500 new Rams available.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet. Period. 16,000 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn after 6,500 factory rebates and 9,500 dealer discounts. Rebates may include 2,500 SFS bonus cash. Must finance with Stellantis. 1,000 trading assist with eligible trade-in. 500 on the job upfit. Must show eligible upfit. 13,500 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 2500 limited after 4,000 factory rebates and 9,500 dealer discounts. Rebates may include 2,500 select inventory bonus cash and 500 on the job upfit. Must show eligible upfit. At least 5 at each net savings. Employee pricing included in dealer discounts. See dealer for details.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Hammer time thrown down by the league. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140. Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Back here on the Drive Guys, final hour, Sacktown Sports 1140, Drapes and Jay, Kevin Whitey, Gleason, all fall this week. On Thursday, the high flyer Henry Turner will be joining us. Looking at some of the texters out there, we were talking about the WNBA All-Star Game. Not a whole lot of defense was being played. Also talking about the WNBA labor dispute that's going on. The Players Association and the league involved in new CBA discussions. Somebody from the 916, I'm going to a Sky at Fever game that's costing similar to my King seats in a similar level location. I've always supported the WNBA, but like a lot of people, really got sucked in over the last 2 years. I wanted my own team to cheer for, so I'm a Golden State Valkyries fan, and those tickets are outrageous as well. Pay them what they're worth. Pay them more than they are worth. There should be a moment of awakening for women's pro sports. That's from the 916.
Whoa.
Oh, you got something?
Yeah, because I'd be interested. Women's pro sports. What other pro sports are we talking about?
I mean, there's women's hockey, soccer, like this.
Right.
I mean,
I'm interested.
There's everything. Softball, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pro softball.
I'm interested. I mean, there's lacrosse leagues, but I would be interested from that 916, if they're still listening, to get a further in-depth thought on other things they're talking about. Because if we're having the discussion about the WNBA, which may be, and help me out, please, Drapes, they're probably the biggest women's sports league in the United States. Maybe tennis.
Yeah, but that's a little different. Tennis is an individual, different tour.
Golf.
Women's golf. Ooh. Women's golf is pretty big.
It is.
It is pretty big. Yeah.
When I think of the top women's sports in the United States, the first one that comes to my mind is tennis.
Yeah.
And then I probably say WNBA and then golf. If we're already talking about golf and tennis kind of being one-offs, like, they're more independent sport, even though there is a tour, there is, a conglomerate behind them. If we're just talking about a league, we're probably only talking about the WNBA, aren't we?
Right. Yeah. How about this? And I want to compare women's golf to men's golf.
Okay. The purses?
Yeah, the purses, if you will. The purses. Women's PGA Championship. KPMG Women's PGA 2025 prize money. The full payout. All of it.
All of it.
All of it. $12 million.
That's it? For every single tournament on the tour?
No, just for that one, like it's a major.
Oh, for that
like
major. Excuse me. Okay, yeah, gotcha. Okay.
$12 million.
$12 million.
The men's PGA Championship.
Gotcha.
$19 million.
Okay.
So the men get, the
That's
winner
not much
receives
off.
3.42. The women, I think, 1.9.
That's not a big differential.
Not. But it changed in the last 3-4 years, Jay. Women's purses have skyrocketed in recent years because, almost like the Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, women's golfers have become bigger stars, the Nelly Quarters of the world. You know what I mean? Like, women's golf is huge now. So in the women's PGA champ earned 1.8, the men 3.2. Not a huge disparity. It is one. But when NBA players are getting 51% in WNBA 9, and we were talking off camera, off air, they ain't got to get 45, but they should get more than 9.
Yes, at least a quarter of the pie.
25%.
25% is cool. Yeah. But I'm telling you, Drapes, it's going to be difficult because I think some of the longer ownership groups, as someone talked about the Valkyries, the ownership groups that have been around a little longer, it's going to be interesting to get some of their narratives, because I truly believe, and we know this is business. If I've been fronting for so long, I damn sure want some money back.
Right.
And now is the time to recoup that money. And the players know that. If they know that, then we all know the ownership group in the league understands that too.
Yeah.
They've been operating on slim margins, if not, on borrowed money. And so I truly think it's going to be difficult to go to the MSG company and say, hey, listen, I know you've been ponying up for the last 25 years. I get it. No doubt. You probably,
so you understand both sides.
Yes. You in the hole. But, man, the players want some more of that money that you're about to get.
Right.
As a business person, just shooting it straight, hell nah. I've been paying this out my money for the greater good.
Right.
Now, I know I'm being sarcastic in the form. I'm pretty sure they're bringing something back. They've been getting some money. But when the receipts are totaled, if you're down every single year, and now that you may be able to recoup some of that, it's going to be hard for the player association to really win in this part. But I think they can find a happy medium because they're playing with such a, like, the 9%, man, that's like finder's fee. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
They're getting finder's fee money, middleman money. They're not even getting, first person money.
And here's the thing though, Jay, and you're right. I think when you look at the times in which the WNBA came about, women's basketball, it was big, but it wasn't like it is now.
No, it was nostalgia.
It was right.
Mm-hmm.
From a negotiating standpoint, they probably didn't have a whole lot to stand on. Now, women, these athletes, they recognize their value and power.
For sure.
Especially you throw the NIL factor into it now,
Better
too.
Believe it.
When you got high schoolers out there making millions.
Right.
I can't be making, if I'm Juju Watkins, $10 million a year at USC.
Come on.
But then I come to the WNBA and my contract $78,000.
$78K.
Come on now.
Can't even get a Birkin bag.
Right. So these women are coming into the league stars already, big fella.
100%.
Paige Beckers.
Come on now.
She was already a star, bro.
Yeah. Haley Van, what's her
Haley Van Lith?
Yeah.
She on the cover of Sports
Come on,
Illustrated
man.
in the swimsuit issue.
The Twins. I was out in Fresno. From Fresno State, Miami.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, and we were talking about this. These women are superstars, and they're walking around and operating like stars now. Unlike, the Cynthia Coopers.
Yeah, yeah.
Those were stars. There, in the 90s, there were a few. It was the Cheryl Swoops, Don Staley, Rebecca Lobo. There were a handful. Now there's at least 20, 30 young ladies who are out here moving and grooving as if, this is they belong, and they do belong 100%. I just like to see the confidence, and it's not like it hasn't always been there, because again, the Saudi around trees of the world, they've been around for a long time.
Yeah.
But now the Shamika Holdsclaws and things like that, but now we're getting an opportunity to see some of these young ladies operate at a high level. No matter, and this is the cold part about it, Drapes, and I'm gonna follow your cab in this form. This is me. I'm not the biggest WNBA fan out there. We've talked about it plenty of times. It just don't float my boat. But I don't have nothing against it. I think there is a narrative, just what you're talking about, when you're arguing something that you're not even in. Like, you're arguing other people's money. Well, they gave up this money and that money. It ain't your money. And that's what it continues to get me when we have people who argue in the form of you're arguing against people making their money when they're the ones that's in the fight.
Right.
Like, I'm not in the fight for for Skylar Diggins to get her money.
And what's so crazy about it too, Jay, is we got people arguing on behalf of billionaires.
I know it.
Against people making $78,000.
That's a different conversation, man.
Like how in labor disputes, and it happens mostly in sports though. Like
Very
sports,
true.
The local guy working at Walmart or whatever, people aren't saying, well, Walmart ain't turned a profit or whatever. They supporting you. Like, yeah, I get it, man. Its prices are high. But when it comes to sports and athletes, men, women, it don't matter. It always seems like the public sides with the billionaires instead of in the NBA, the millionaires, or in the WNBA, the thousandaires. That make sense to me, big fella.
I never could. I never can, never will get it. Billionaires got enough money. If we all came together and did our part, hopefully, I don't know, just saying, maybe we'd change something. But there is a narrative that has accompanied the WNBA for a long time. I truly believe this generation of WNBA players are beginning to change that. You're seeing shoes pop up. You're seeing young ladies grace the covers of not only your daytime shows, the magazine. There's just so much and so many opportunities to see a lot of these young ladies be brand ambassadors now. And as you talked about, continuously getting this NIL money that colleges and companies are throwing to college athletes. I have to look her name. Young lady who just signed with Jordan that goes to UCLA. She's the boyfriend of some.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
What's her name? But she, I saw.
What you got?
Trying to look it up real quick.
Sienna Beth? No,
Kiki Rice, right?
Kiki Rice. Yeah.
And she's a hell of a ball player coming up, and it's super interesting to see. As a matter of fact, I just saw her at the ESPYs with her boyfriend. I can't remember who her boyfriend is right now, but somebody who's in the league, I believe. But it's to see these young ladies come and start to make a difference, and not only on the court, but as they say in the conference room, in the business room. It's dope. It's super interesting, especially being a girl dad. There is a little bit of hope for some of these young ladies moving forward, and hopefully we can continue to push the narrative. 9% is a cold game. I tell you
9%.
that.
Come on, man.
That's a cold game.
Hey, I tell you what. If they started that league today, right now, with Juju Watkins and Paige, 9%, nah, you're going to have to give me 30 or 35. Like, I feel like the women are in a much better bargaining power now. I will say this, and we've been talking about this for a while. That wasn't my intention. That wasn't my idea. But I love talking about this topic because people truly show who they are when we discuss women's sports. People come out the woodworks. 209. Come on, Drapes. WNBA players aren't athletes. You see what they outing themselves. Put your name on to it next time. From the 209. The WNBA season is 4 months long. That's almost $20,000 a month. Then they go overseas and make 4 times the amount. They're making more a year than what are they complaining about? Well, the NBA season 6 months a year. What they are saying, and I'm going to argue this point for them, you cannot tell me Caitlin Clark, I'm going to just use her as the gold standard, sells out arenas wherever she goes, sells jerseys, boys and girls, men and women. But her and her teammates in the league the players only get 9% of that? Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, all these young stars have grown the league, and all they're asking is, okay, can we now get a fairer share of the pot? Because to your point earlier, Jay, the owner's point, we've been fronting this for so many years.
Mm-hmm.
The players are saying, we've been taking 9% for so many years.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
Time to renegotiate.
I don't know what venture where the star, the reason there is a league, that people, the entertainer, is almost like the music game.
Yeah, it is.
9%?
Yeah.
But I'm the talent.
So and people have complained about the music game for so long. So long. And what happened? Artists took control of it and said, you know what? We no longer need you. And then you have great ideas like YouTube. And then you have DistroKid and all these other different apps and independent tools that you can utilize. And then all of a sudden you start seeing all these big name labels fall by the wayside. Because it's just like anything. As much as the labels can control things, if there is nothing to control, then we have nothing. And I think that's where it's coming down to. And as I told you off air, I truly believe, and we've seen Unrivaled, the other league that popped up that is owned by a lot of WNBA players, Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson, a couple of other ones out there. I believe Nafisa Collier has some money in on that as well. But it's going to come down to, and I truly believe, it's no disrespect to the other 90% of the WNBA, but in reality, 15, 20 of the WNBA stars, the who's who, sit down and say, we're not playing. They'll come to figure something out, because as we do know, something is better than nothing.
Right.
And even if you're in the hole for 20 years deep, and I continuously use the New York Liberty because they've been around for so long, MSG has owned them. There comes a time that MSG wants to recoup on that. And so if these 25 stars say, the money's there as we move towards the future, and it's time for you to recoup, without us, you don't get that. And so I do believe they'll figure it out if these ladies come to grips and say, because again, there's really, and I hate to say it like this because the league doesn't operate without the other 90%, but truly the money makers in the WNBA is probably like 20 to 25 deep.
Yeah.
If that.
Okay.
It's probably about 20 women who move the needle. Them 20 get together and say, we not playing. Watch what happens.
And the thing about it, too, is the 20 women, the Brianna Stewarts, the Asias, it's not just basketball. Shoe companies now getting involved.
Sure.
ESPN and TV.
Come on.
We got too much invested in this. Y'all need to figure this out. So we'll continue the conversation, take some phone calls. You can hit us up, 339-1140. It's the drive, guys. Back to the Sacramento Kings after this final half hour coming up after the timeout.
Grab the keys to a new Toyota hybrid. Check out the hottest deals on 17 Toyota hybrid models from the longest lasting brand on the road. And right now, get a low-cost lease on 2025 Prius. Plus, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's 2 years of complimentary maintenance. These deals won't wait, and neither should you. With more MPG and a new Toyota hybrid, it's time to hit the road. Toyota, let's go places. Offer available from TFS buyers with premium ready credit. Offers end date 4/25.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Sponsored by the California Army National Guard and Hop Valley Brewing. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Hey, daydreamer. Did we catch you thinking about your dreams? With Wells Fargo Premier, a team can help you plan for them. So let's imagine your biggest dream. Not the easy one, the one behind it. The one you work towards every day and every night. Can you see it? Then we can help you plan for it. Ready to start planning for your dreams? You can at wellsfargo.com/getpremier.
Hey there, this is Dolly, coming to you straight from Nashville.
It's Stand Up to Cancer!
Join us Friday, August 15th for one night only and for one goal only, to beat cancer. So stand up with all of us and let's save lives together. And if we join forces, we can end cancer forever. Tune in Friday, August 15th at 8, 7 Central on ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC. For more ways to watch, visit standuptocancer.org/show.
Hey everyone, it's Kyle Draper here. If you're in the market for a new car, let me tell you about my experience with Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. From the moment I walked into their state-of-the-art showroom, I knew I was making the right choice. There was no pressure from the sales staff, and if I'm being honest, I felt like a kid in a candy store. I settled on the all-electric EQS SUV, and let me tell you why. First of all, the comfort. After a long day at work, I actually look forward to being in my car. It has several different massage settings, including my favorite, hot relaxing back. Plus, the seat heating and cooling features are perfect for the hot summer or those chilly mornings. Mercedes-Benz has the reputation of making the finest cars in the world. Now it's your turn to experience what I already know. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is the best car buying experience you'll ever have. They're just a short drive down I-5, or you can shop online anytime at mbofstockton.com. That's mbofstockton.com, and tell them Drape sent you.
Summer's flying by, and that back-to-school checklist, it's growing fast. New backpack? Check. School supplies? Check. Dentist appointment? Let's fix that. Kids Care Dental and Orthodontics is making it easy to cross dental checkups off your summer list fast, with priority scheduling for new patients and kid-friendly care that makes them smile. It's one less thing to worry about before fall. Call now or book online at kidscaredental.com. That's kidscaredental.com, because healthy smiles should be the easiest thing to check off your summer list.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9861. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9861. That's 800-575-9861. Tax Relief Advocates, real solutions for real people.
And we're back live during a Flex Alert. Dialed in on the thermostat. Oh, we're pre-cooling before 4 p.m., folks.
And that's the end of the third. Time to set it back to 78 from 4 to 9 p.m. Clutch move by the home team. What's the game plan from here on out?
Laundry?
Not today.
Dishwasher?
Sidelined.
What a performance by Team California. The power truly is ours.
During a Flex Alert, pre-cool, power down, and let's beat the heat together.
Progressive knows when you're on your boat, you're already on vacation. And Vacation You forgets all your worries. Vacation You doesn't even keep track of time and knows that time is a meaningless construct designed to control us, man. But Regular You knows you don't want to be too far out in the water after the sun goes down because Vacation You doesn't know how to navigate in the dark yet. Vacation You and Regular You really need to get on the same page. So bundle your boat with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com, sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
I'm gonna just go on the record and say, man, Drake, she don't know nothing about this.
What? This in the playlist, Jay. This is in the playlist. Death Cab for Cutie coming to Sacramento on Wednesday. I'm about to pull the trigger on them tickets, big fella.
I've never heard of these cats a day in my life.
You can't have nothing at all. Come on, man.
How the hell did you get turned on to Death Cab for Cutie?
You gotta understand, bro. So my background, I grew up in Philly, all right? I'm gonna keep it real.
North Philly.
West Oak Lane, like 10 minutes from North Philly.
Okay.
Different part of this. Yeah.
So technically, is it west or what is it considered?
No, it's not West Philly. It's
Okay.
Northwest Philly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like north
So-
and then on the west side.
All right.
So I grew up there.
Look, y'all ain't playing no Def Cab for Cutie.
We not.
Oh, come on, man.
But I will say, I'm going to give you, because I remember I was going to do Mental Health Monday today. I was about to get vulnerable. I pulled it back a little bit. I get a little bit. So I grew up in Philly, went to Temple University. My best friend is from Compton, California, CA.
They ain't playing no damn Def Cab
Hold
for
up,
Cutie.
big fella. Hold up. And this is also back when AOL chat lines a date. So your boy was moving and grooving.
Okay. You had that messenger up?
Yeah. So I met a girl from LA also, one from Pacifica too. And that's how I got into West Coast rap, West Coast hip hop. Remember I told you about the Nonce. What you know about that? Mac Mall and all them. All About My Fetty. What you know about that? But then I transferred from Temple to Winona State in the middle of Minnesota.
Def Cab for Cutie. Here we go.
And that's where I learned about Death Cab for Cutie.
They're from Bellevue, Washington.
Bellingham, big
Bellingham,
fella.
excuse me.
Jay looking at the Wikipedia
Yeah, I looked
page.
at, my bad. I looked up real quick. Bellingham. There you go.
So I knew about them then. But also what I knew about and learned about then, Minnesota, not too far from Chicago.
Yeah.
Do or Die, Pope Pimp.
Okay.
Crucial Conflict.
Okay.
Twister.
Yeah.
All that. So I nerd. So moving there,
Psychodrama.
yeah. So moving there sort of rounded me out, if you will. I wasn't all Timberland boots and you know what I mean, East Coast rap. So yeah, man.
Death Cab for Cutie. Let me see.
Yeah.
Alternative rock, indie pop, indie rock.
Dude. This was my group back in the day. That's on the playlist, big fella. It's on the playlist.
Real fast.
Yeah.
Take me, because if you've had the opportunity to go to college, you meet all kind of different wild people for sure. So you get to, what city is the school in?
Winona, Minnesota.
Okay, so you get to Winona, Minnesota.
Yep.
What'd you fly into? Or did you drive?
Minneapolis.
Okay, so you got to fly into Minneapolis.
Yep.
How far? To Winona.
Like 2.5, big fella.
Soft 2.5.
Yep.
So you jump in the red Jeep and you slide 2.5 to Winona. It was gone. It was dead.
Yeah.
So you slide in the Ford Probe.
Yep.
And you go to 2.5, 2.5 to Winona, and you pull up on campus. First of all, let's take a step back. Hold on. How in the hell did you find this school?
How do you I just told you, Jay. I'm moving and grooving on the apps.
All right, we'll leave it at that. All right. So you get to this school, you in the Probe, you pull up.
Yep.
And all of a
now,
sudden,
I had visited before.
Of course.
I had visited.
It's the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get out the taxi. They're like, oh, yeah, let me show you the dorms. That's where you're going to be at. You can live off campus over here.
Mm-hmm.
You slide to the local apartments, and you hear Def Cab for Cutie slapping out of somebody's apartment or somebody's room. What does Kyle Draper, who just came from Philly, PA, Temple, rest in peace, Rasul Butler.
Yeah, Rasul. What you know about Rasul?
That was my guy, man. With the Clippers. And now you're hearing Def Cab for Cutie. What's going through your mind, man? Take me back.
First of all, let me say, I was kind of oblivious to, like, I'm all about the good times. So when you go to the local bar, they playing Death Cab. They playing whatever. But I don't pay attention to the music, Jay.
Okay. Are you not paying attention to Def Cab for Cutie because it's not in your wheelhouse at that point in time?
Correct.
Okay.
No matter what they were playing,
didn't matter.
I was going to be okay.
Could have been
with
Public Enemy.
It could have been, I'm getting my drink and my two-step on. I'm vibing with the crowd. I'm chitting-chatting. You know what I mean?
I got you.
And so then it just, I got, dog, come on, man. And now, mind you, I was a radio DJ also in college on the campus radio station.
Okay.
And when I got there, it was all alternative.
It was alternative station.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I started playing alternative, which I liked some of it. But then I was like, we need some hip hop.
Gotcha.
So I started playing the hip hop. But I would call Death Row Records, Bad Boy Records. I just get on the phone. Hey, I'm Kyle. DJ Links here in Minnesota. Can you get me on your mailing list?
There it was.
And then they just started sending
joint.
stuff.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy, man. And I know I'm going down memory lane with you guys, and I appreciate that. Y'all learning about me tonight. I would do my show Friday night.
Oh, that's the best time.
People would call in. Guess where they called in from?
Philly.
No.
Cali.
They'd be like this. Bring, bring. You have a collect call from Play that Tupac for me. In the Winona County Jail. Like the jailers would call in, bro.
Damn.
Because they didn't ever heard the hip hop on the air.
What?
Yes, all the time.
Man, what was the call letters, man? You remember?
KQAL.
Wow.
KQ,
baby.
And it was DJ Lynx. Lynx was my name.
That was your name?
LYNX. DJ Lynx.
Oh, my boy Lynx. My boy DJ Lynx.
And I'll be honest with you, we're going to get back to sports in a minute. I'm sorry. I'm off the rails today. It's an emotional week. But the thing that I loved about it, Jay, they never sent the clean versions. So I had to go in and manually edit the joints.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can hear the reverse. You flip it, right?
The RZA.
And I used to love that, man. So that was, and Def Cab, like, come on, man. I got it all right here.
That's crazy.
I got it all right here. And so on my playlist, I told you I got like 15 playlists. I got a pop/rock playlist, and Def Cab is on there, big fella.
I'd have never heard
and
it.
now they're going to be
Never
at Channel 24 on Wednesday. I'm thinking about sliding through.
That's bananas, man.
Exactly.
You should do it, bro. Live your life, baby.
All right, thank you.
My boy Lynx.
Lynx, DJ. I wish I still had some of my tapes, man. Friday nights, dude, it was like from 7 to 10 or something like that.
Man,
so I do that and then mob
dip
out after.
Of course. I know where you're going.
And people used to be like, Drapes. Well, they didn't call me Drapes back then. Kyle, we listened to you before we hit the bar. Like, people would be, I was just listening.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
Dang.
Turned up in Winona, Minnesota.
Man.
Come on, bro. Woo, that's taking me back. We're going to take a quick break, man. Final segment, the Drive Guys here on a Monday on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Fidium Fiber.
I'm Dirk Bedorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center, and we will have some cloud cover developing overnight tonight and into tomorrow with temperatures ranging in the 50s to begin your day. Partly cloudy skies through the afternoon with daytime highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
It's about time they
fix that pothole.
Invented better windshield wipers.
made an internet that just works. Fidium Fiber Internet, starting at only $30 a month. It feels like Fidium. Offer available to residential customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See Fidium.com for details.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hobbit, a Hobbit Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Hobbit Employee Pricing Plus sales event?
Right now, you can get the family wherever you need to get them. When you save up to $17,000 off MSRP on the new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xEs. With the gas tax having gone up this month, that means you save even more at the pump with one of America's favorite hybrids.
What's happening at the giant Hobbit Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter?
Well, not only is Hobbit your one-stop shop for new Ram trucks, we are your pre-owned truck superstore. Right now, we have over 100 quality pre-owned trucks in stock. So whatever truck you're looking for, your perfect ride is waiting at Hobbit. Diesels, lifted trucks, 4x4s, Hemis, heavy duties. We have them all waiting for you.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory, new and used, at HobbitDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hobbit, period. 17,000 total net savings after 7,500 factory rebates and 9,500 dealer discounts. Rebates may include 2,500 2025 select inventory bonus cash, 500 first responder bonus cash for eligible first responders. Employee pricing for all included in dealer discount. VIN number 712-678. See dealer for details.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Well, the story of Brent Rooker keeps getting better and better. Not long ago, he was with 3 different organizations before becoming a waiver claim by the A's. And now he's on pace for his 3rd straight 30-homer season. And when the best players in baseball gather in Atlanta on the 15th, Rooker will take part in his 2nd All-Star game in the last 3 years. Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. It's how retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing must-visit shops. And it's how healthcare offices become data-managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business.
Whitey here, and I want to remind you, not all grills are created equal. The Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers are built different, built better, and built to last, with features other grills can't match, complete with a lifetime warranty. It's a great time to find out for yourself because Napoleon's Pro Summer Blast is on right now. Save up to $400 today on a Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Grill. Become the envy of your neighborhood. Offer ends July 31st, 2025. Visit your local Green Acres Nursery and Supply and get grilling today on your new Napoleon Prestige Pro Grill. Napoleon Stainless Steel Grills, simply the best.
Summer's flying by, and that back to back-to-school checklist? It's growing fast. New backpack? Check. School supplies? Check. Dentist appointment? Let's fix that. Kids Care Dental and Orthodontics is making it easy to cross dental checkups off your summer list fast with priority scheduling for new patients and kid-friendly care that makes them smile. It's one less thing to worry about before fall. Call now or book online at kidscaredental.com. That's kidscaredental.com because healthy smiles should be the easiest thing to check off your summer list.
Hello, Sacramento. I'm Emran Pilati, owner of True Sports Cards and Collectible Store here in Rockland, California, and the host of the True Sports Cards Show that airs right here on Sacktown Sports 1140 every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m., where we discuss the latest trends, hottest products, and deliver exclusive interviews with other industry leaders. And don't forget to visit our shop, True Sports Cards, at 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland and see what we have for all your sports card and memorabilia needs.
Grab the keys to a new Toyota. This summer comes with a full tank and endless possibilities. Your Toyota's ready for it, and right now, so are the deals. Get a low-cost lease on the all-hybrid 51 MPG 2025 Camry or Dynamic RAV4 and meet the all-new 2025 4Runner. Summer doesn't last forever, and neither do these deals. So hurry into your Toyota dealer and don't miss your chance to roam. Toyota, let's go places. Offers available through TFS buyers with premium rated credit. Offers end date 4/25.
Live and local, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Friday. Sacktown Sports.
Back here on the drive, guys. Sacktown Sports, 1140, final segment. Man, we've been all over the map.
It's a heck of a show, brother.
And I love it. I love it,
come
bro.
on, man.
Like, I mean, no offense to our boys, Devin Carter and Isaac and Neek and all them. But we got a long way before the season begins.
Long way.
I do want to recap the top stories here on Sacktown Sports 1140. The Sacramento Kings, according to Shams Charania, has re-signed. The Kings have re-signed Dougie McBuckets to a one-year, $3.6 million deal. So the sharpshooter who hit 44% from three in 42 games with the Kings this season is back on a one-year deal. Shout out to him. I started off the show with my take on Doug McBuckets. I think it's a solid signing, a good veteran guy, locker room guy, a guy that can shoot, a guy that has a fills a need for what the Sacramento Kings have right now. We have a lack of three men, small forwards, if you will, on our team. You got DeMar playing that role as a starter. You're going to run some Neek there a little bit. Who else, though? Are we going to go all small ball? Three? So that's why I think Doug McDermott helps us out. Now, is Doug the difference between 40 wins and 50 wins? Probably not. But we've seen flashes of Doug McDermott. And I'll say this, and I said it before, Kings fans, I'm grading everybody on the curve last season. You know how it is, Jay, and I'm going to make this analogy, and I don't want the players of the organization to get upset. You know how it is when you're in school and the teacher give you a test and everybody do bad on the test?
Been there.
Teacher like, you know what? We got a do-over.
The highest grade is a C.
Right. It's either I'm a grade on the curve or maybe I didn't do my job properly. Let's go over it again and have a retake. That's what I'm looking at for this season with the Kings. The DeMars, the Zachs, Domas, Key. It's almost like a retake with the right teacher in place. A full lesson plan known as off-season and training camp. You got the new principal in town, Scott Perry, making sure the cafeteria meals are healthy. You know what I mean? The school is just, okay. They painted the walls and everything. Yeah, that's what Jay.
It's an upgrade.
Yeah, that's how I look like in this King season upcoming. Almost a do-over. Almost like, all right, whatever happened last season, fellas, let's flush that down the toilet. this is our year to show something. That's how I'm approaching it. That's how I'm hoping to see. Because even though they won 40 games, which ain't really nothing to sneeze at, but solid, the feeling, the vibes just weren't good. Now you get an off season. Everybody going on their trips. Malik Monk overseas right now. I think he in Japan or China or something like that right now. You clear your head, clear your mind. And then you come back. The school is freshly painted. They got new desk in the room. They even got you new textbooks. And the meals are nice and hot. I know, right? Like, that wasn't my school, man. And they don't even get textbooks really anymore like that, for real, for real.
You ain't lying. I got to buy them.
You got to buy them, right?
Yes, sir.
And I don't know about your kids. My kids, they got textbooks, but they ain't even got to take them to school. We used to have to lug them back and forth. Remember?
Backpack, man.
Them backpacks used to be heavy,
Come
kid.
on, man. That's why folks, I got a bunch of pint of sciatica
I know,
right now.
They hunched over, right? I miss those days. But that's what I'm saying. That's how I'm viewing this Kings season. So the Kings re-signed Doug McDermott, 1-year deal. The Kings also announced their preseason schedule. Mark this down, Kings fans. Circle it on your calendar. October 8th, they open at home against the Toronto Raptors, 7 o'clock at Golden One Center, right here on Sacktown Sports 1140 or on Kings.com. You can watch it. October 10th, they're at Portland, Sacktown Sports 1140, Kings.com. Their second preseason home game is October 15th against the Clippers. So we'll see Chris Paul, Brad Beal, Kawhi, all those guys. John Collins, my guy. Damn. Wish we would have got John Collins. And then they wrap up the preseason October 17th at the Los Angeles Lakers. So that's the Kings preseason schedule. They re-signed Doug McDermott. They put out the preseason schedule. Meanwhile, Chris Paul goes to the Clippers. Marcus Smart goes to the Lakers. Brad Beal goes to the Clippers. So a lot of moving and grooving here over the weekend when it comes to the Sacramento Kings. As far as me, as we wrap this up, Jay, I was out in the community, took my daughter and her friends to Golden One Center.
Yes, sir.
Last night.
Descendants.
To see Descendants and Zombies. And kids can never just enjoy the concert. Always got to be something extra. So I go pick them up. My daughter loves Starbucks.
Okay.
So when you hang out with me, we're going to have a vibe.
We're going to do it big.
So I pick up Starbucks for her and her friends and surprise them.
Okay.
I got the Starbies. Yep.
Yep.
I'm talking to the other dad. He just dropping his daughter off. Daughter opens up the door, looks at the Starbucks. Doesn't say anything. She's like, hey, Dad. I'm like, you see I got you Starbucks? Yeah, I see. I'm like, damn, where to thank you? Like, you know, I'm trying to do it big, like get the party started. And she's like, oh, thank you. You know, so then we're driving in. Dad, wouldn't it be cool if we got to meet the performers?
The pressure.
Right? Can you get access? Can we go backstage?
The pressure.
I'm like, let me text my guy. And I text my guy, Alex. Shout out to Alex. Alex, yo, anything, any kind of extras, you know what I mean? He's out of town, though.
Meet and greet,
anything. Couldn't hook it up. You know, like those kind of
my
things.
My boy DJ Lee.
I know. But those kind of things I try not to do. I'm like, honey, it ain't a Kings game.
It ain't that type of movement.
We get there. Chilling. Hey, can we go to the Row 1 Lounge now? I'm like, honey, it ain't no Kings game. Like, Row 1 Lounge ain't even popping right. It ain't even open.
Yeah.
So this goes on like this all night.
Hey.
All night. And I'm talking to security guards and everything. But we having a blast. The concert was great. See my guy Doug, the security guard, holler at him. The show ends, right? And we're about to walk up. And Doug's like, Kyle, come here. Come with me. And we start walking to the back. And the girls are getting all excited. And they're whispering. And they're like, where are we going? Doug just taking us through a different exit. They thinking we got, it was the whole night, Jay. And I'm like, these spoiled
The
kids,
42
bro.
pump fake.
Right. I'm like, he took us through the back elevator and everything and these back steps, and they swearing your boy is hooking them up. And I'm like, I got you the tickets.
Yeah.
I got you Starbucks.
Come
Be
on,
satisfied.
man.
So that was my weekend, man. That was last night. I didn't go see Rakim, but I saw Descendants and Zombies at Golden One Center. All right, we're back tomorrow. We're going to have much more Kings talk as well. We'll dive into Nick Clifford's role on the squad coming up. Plus, training camp starting to begin. Niners back at it Wednesday, Jay. We'll talk about all that and more. Coming up next, it's Infinity Sports Radio here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one.